more like shy on the microphone. Now he's like super confident. So I would have to say his confidence is what really shines.
Playing against him is different than playing against just about any other person, and it's always felt that way. Like, you just cannot do certain things, so it feels just so suffocating, and he's just kind of waiting for you to do it too. That's the worst part about it. So like, when you lose, you feel really stupid.
And Punk, again, a lot of people have been saying, you know, well, look, all of us have said this. All of commentary said this, that Punk's worst enemy is always going to be himself.
That's a guy that just lives, eats, and breathes Street Fighter. Like, he's probably one of the most competitive people I've ever met in my life. He's definitely been one of the key factors in being the reason why I'm so competitive. So he's just a beast.
The way he plays, he just looks like he's always in such control, and like, even when it's down to the wire, you kind of have that feeling like, you know, he'll get it done somehow. I don't know how. He's at like a 70% health deficit, but somehow he'll do it, and normally he does. So
when you're the Evo champ, you've got a target on your back, and you know what the group stage was for quite some time.
I think the competition at Esports World Cup is very hard. It's very hard to qualify for this event, so it's only the best players in the world. Going into EWC, I'm very confident. Any tournament I go to, I'm very confident, or I just would not show up. So the fact that I'm here proves how confident I am.
He's not known as Punk the God for no reason, and I cannot wait to see him in action later today. Will the redemption arc start right here this afternoon in Riyadh at the Esports World Cup for Street Fighter 6 for Punk? We'll find out a little bit later on. As we look ahead now at today's action, guys, it's time for our doctor's notes. And of course, every time the doctor's notes, I want your hot takes. Justin, I'm going to start with you. Fresh out of the oven, scalding hot, just like they've been outside here in the Riyadh sun. Your hottest take for today.
My hottest take for today, I'm going to say, obviously we just saw the Punk thing, but I don't want to mention, I think Punk's going to go far, but that's not a hot take. That's more of like a realistic take. I'm going to go with Riddles eliminating Momochi today.
Damn. What? You got to qualify that, sir.
What's your reasoning?
My reasoning?
Bring the thesis,
Show me your
Justin.
working. Don't just give me your answers.
Okay.
And I can give you a marking for the working.
All right. You know, I just really feel good about Riddles, and I love his approach, because he doesn't come from a Street Fighter background, but he is hungry. The way he played the LCQ, eliminating so many different Japanese players in his path, and I feel like he understands kind of like what the Japanese player mindset, what they go for. A lot of like parries, a lot of also anti-air situation. But the thing is, when it comes to scenarios where Riddles can condition people with Terry, he's so good. Like, if I can see him condition Punk in the online weekly tournaments, I can see him condition Momochi as well. And it also feels like Momochi can get out. Like, he sometimes gets impatient from the match we saw earlier with Kawano and Momochi, right? And I think Riddles will put him in the same scenario with Terry, especially with OD Power Wave, dry rushing forward, make a guess. And also, I just really like Terry this season. This
kind of a little bit of his own medicine,
yeah.
I guess, with the Mai. Similar kind of situation with the projectile and progressing behind it. Jammers, it's time for your doctor's notes. What's your hot take of the day?
Are you giving me permission to share my opinion live on camera? Is that
Absolutely. As long as it's not about dive kicks, you are
you
free
sure?
to go.
All right, where's the camera? Look directly, look me deadpan in the eye. Fantastic. I think it's that one. Right. I love my European players. All the Europeans in the loser side or the lower bracket, I don't think any of them are making it out. That's my opinion.
Traitor.
Oh, that's a little bit of reverse psychology, by the way. I love them. I love you all. But for a lot of you, this is your first time here.
Not the slow zoom.
I want you to do well. But the way some of you guys have been playing, first stage jitters, I get that. And listen, I'm a backup dancer. You guys are the main players. So I need you to bring your A game today. But if you don't, you heard it here first.
All right. Jammers decided that he doesn't want to go back to the UK after this event.
We'll take you to the US.
He's staying here. Or Cola's smuggling him home in his luggage.
Bruh.
Cola, it's time for your doctor's notes. What's your hot take?
Bro, how do I follow that up? That's insane. My man went against his own country. But you know what?
10 toes down, Cola.
All right. People, time to turn your head and cough. I think that Mickey's going to get out of his group just fine. I think he's going to display the same sort of ignorance and impression on Wake Up, and people will still not be able to capture or defend or block. No offense for those that he played, but it's going to happen again. I'm sorry.
That's not a hot take.
That's not a hot take at all. Usually a player after getting hit.
That's not a hot take.
He's
favored. He's
gonna walk it out. Okay,
Listen.
okay. How about this?
That was lukewarm at best.
Ryukichi will get out of his group. He's gonna defeat DCQ.
Do you know what?
If he stays with Ken. No Mai. The Mai not gonna get it done. Go back to Ken. If you go back to Ken, you'll get the win. All right. That's a bar you can take, Ryukichi. No more Mai.
Can we rephrase the question? All right. Let's be real here.
All right.
Do you think Dual Kevin is
out of his group?
Yeah.
Bro, he's beat mad Japanese players in the past. I think he can take down Shoot though.
I'm talking about today.
Big Bird?
You know,
oh yeah, he gonna beat Big Bird. I'm sorry, Big Bird, and that's the homie
or
too.
Hurricane Shine.
Hurricane Shine?
You like Hurricane, but Shine's, from the US of A. That's a tough one for you. I say that's the one that
Hurricane.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cammy, man, the way he plays
Fresh
that character.
out the oven, scalding hot takes. The doctor's notes there. Let's take a look at our match of the day, and this one is very spicy when it comes to the club championship. There he is, Team Liquid's nephew, the lone representative. He is going up against the master of poison himself, though, Hikaru, who has looked so dangerous this year. Can nephew pull it out? That's our matchup of the day. Of course, all eyes will be on Punk, but realistically, they're looking at the decider match. But this one, opening matchup of the day. Justin, why did we pick this?
Obviously, we picked it because Team Liquid needs this win from nephew to obviously go through the whole tournament and possibly win the event, to even try to overtake Team Falcons as if Team Falcons doesn't do well in the other games as well, right? So that's the most important part. But the thing is, that path is crazy. First, he has to fight Hikaru, then possibly he's going to fight against Tokido to try to get into the round robin. And the problem with this is that at big events, nephew doesn't really perform as well. I actually checked some of the online replays, and he won against Hikaru, and he also won against Tokido online, but that's when you're home, that's when you're at your hotel in a tournament setting like EWC. That's the tough part right
Well,
there.
yeah, there's the extra condition, and it's a massive condition here. So if he's going to let that get the better of him, we'll actually see that in his gameplay, because I love the way nephew implements new tech and incorporates strategies. But like you said, when it comes down to gambling, he'll have to double down on something that's not exactly the way it should be working. But Hikaru's in a bit of a weird spot. He was super stressed out when he was trying to qualify. Because remember, he qualified at DreamHack Summer last year. That was easy. Now the way the qualification process worked this year, Logan, vastly different. So he could still be stressed from qualifying and playing those shaky matches,
It's going to be a very exciting one. Let's take a look at the players making their way into the arena, courtesy of Jamil Motorsports. And there you can see Noah there at the front. He, of course, is in the lower bracket as well. A whole host of players fighting for their survival today. Our first matchup of the day, however, is going to be Narikun versus Latif. And there they are getting their keys. Some of those will not be intact after the first couple of matches are done, and I cannot wait for the key crushing. Personally, my favorite part of this event. Latif, he looks in a lot better spirits than he was when he just picked up that key. Seems to have cheered up in that 10-second period of walking from the key wall to getting backstage. And it's great to see him in good spirits as well. Latif versus Narikun, our first matchup of the day. Guys, how do we see this Group A unfolding?
I like that you mentioned that Latif is in better spirits today, because when you go down to the lower bracket after losing in the upper bracket, it's like kind of like a big burden just got off your shoulders.
Yeah, weight off your shoulders,
right?
sort of thing.
So I think Latif is going to come in here like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I'm going to play my game because I trained for this. And we know Latif is godlike. So I want to see Latif to perform really well. But how do you guys feel about Bison versus Kimberly, though?
I'm not a huge fan of it from what I've seen, but because Kimberly doesn't have a reversal just as much as Bison, and Bison's got the purple dynamite, it's like, okay, let's find out. Because here's the thing, Kimberly got one of the most round-defining changes with the extended time on the canisters before they actually explode. So actually, to be fair, now that I think about it, both characters can make each other.
Exactly.
Well, we saw Zhen switch to Bison after being, was it 2-0 down against Matsu? And it definitely made all the difference for him because Kimberly don't have a reversal either, and that's great time for Bison's pressure, right? So it'll be a very interesting matchup. That's going to be our first one. Of course, we have got the bilingual sensation that is Ryan Hart. Everyone's always surprised when they hear Ryan speaking perfect, fluent Japanese, but it is one of his great talents, alongside being in the Guinness World Records book for a multitude of achievements as a fighting game legend. But here he is interviewing, I believe, Narikun. So let's find out what Narikun has to say. All eyes are on him for our first matchup of the day.
Day 2 commences here on Street Fighter 6. Narikun, rough start for him yesterday. I wanted to talk to him a little bit about what his changes will look like for Day 2. 昨日、残念でしたが、期待してた結果、自分で出せなくて、今回、2日目は何を変えるんでしょうか？
そうですね。相手がそもそも違うんであれですけど、やっぱりよく対戦しているキャラのベガを使っているラティーフが初戦なので、いつも通りやれたらいいかなと思いますので、頑張ります。
いい目的ですね。So, today he's got a different opponent. He's going to be fighting Latif as the day begins. And obviously the opponent's different. And he's going to be trying to just play his A game, play consistently, throw out the person that he knows he is. That's what it is. The challenge of tournaments is being yourself on that big stage. And this is what his goal is today. See you guys later. We'll see you for the next interview. Bye-bye.
Latif and Narikun, our first match of the day in Group A. Of course, Noah the Prodigy awaits in the decider match. He soundly defeated Latif in their first meeting as a Twisted Minds inter-team clash. Are we going to see the run back? We'll find out a little bit later on. Group B coming up as well. And Justin, you already picked out Riddles and Momochi as an exciting match. I want to say something, though. For me, all eyes were on Group E as the group of death, but slyly, Group B is also one of the groups of death. Mena RD, the most informed player in the world, Momochi and Koano, both Evo champions, both legends in their own right. And I have to say, Koano, I don't think gets enough credit for his performance on the big stage. You know, he kind of goes under the radar until it's time to perform. He had a great EWC last year. He's always performed in the SFL World Championships and Capcom Cups. This is a very difficult pool. Riddle's making it out of here, Justin, would be an incredible achievement for him, wouldn't it?
I think it would, obviously, because nobody is like kind of believing in him in terms of like getting sponsors or anything, and he's coming from a different scene, like I mentioned. But this is also a really tough group, Momochi and Kawano. But I think Kola, like, you commentate a lot of Riddles of matches, so like, what do you think about his chances?
I mean, he's got practice against both characters over in the U.S. You know, we have some Ed players that are out there. We do have some really good Akuma players like Thunder DeLangus. So he has the experience with the characters. Now, the play styles are what I'm worried about. I'm also worried about his mental. I feel like every time that he loses, he gets stronger. But this is a different sort of weight. So we're just going to have to see in the match.
Absolutely. And we can hear directly from Riddles right now. We've got an interview with him ahead of his lower bracket match. Let's hear from him.
First game today for you is going to be against Momochi. I'm sure you've been thinking about the matchup, doing some preparation. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good.
What preparation have you done ahead of the game?
I just fought against the Sharzad. So, you know, slabbing, watching character, playing against him, you know.
How do you feel about the Ed-Terry matchup?
I think it's like 5-5.
Oh, yeah?
Probably. I think both are able to do their stuff properly, I think. So, yeah.
Do you feel that the first to three element favors you or Momochi?
If you watch my online tier in the tournament runs, you would know that it definitely favors me. I think the amount of reverse 3-0s I've done in online tournaments. If you watch online tournaments in America, you know. But yeah, I mean, I just think best of 5 or first to 3 is just more fun anyways. So, you know.
Totally agree. Wish you the best of luck. Hope it all works out the way you need. All right, guys. Thank you very much. See you later.
A man of few words, but a lot of action. He's going to have to be in action today as he faces two very, very powerful players, potentially to make it out of one of the most stacked groups. Guys, can he do it?
I think Riddles can do it as long as he doesn't get into that zone where they have to play the footsies and with punish war. Just play the Street Fighter 6 game.
Jammers, you got any big predictions for our first two groups?
I think Latif could do it, but it's going to be a tall order.
Cola?
I think it's going to be a nightmare on J Street, and it's going to be good for Noah for his group.
That was good. I'll give you that.
Well, guys, that is it for us here. Thank you so much for joining us on the pre-show. I am very, very excited to get into this, our first two groups. It's elimination time here for the players. Some hopes, dreams, and keys are about to get crushed under that hydraulic press. That's right, my favorite day of the week, because I'm an evil man at heart. I just like seeing those keys getting crumpled. And of course, they will be making their way into that trophy amongst the resin to be suspended forever in history, whilst we look ahead at the next phase of qualification here. We've got 12 groups to go through. 12 more players will make it out into the next round robin phase and potentially join those 12 names that have already made it into the playoff stages. It's all to play for. It's do or die here at the Esports World Cup Street Fighter 6, and you do not want to miss any of the action. There's no more second chances. It all comes down to this, and the action starts after this. Welcome back to the Esports World Cup. It's time for Street Fighter 6 to take its place. What an exciting time it is for us here. It's week 7, the final week of the Esports World Cup.
It's so crazy in my pool. I think it's the hardest in this EWC Street Fighter 6. Last year, I lose and lose. That's why I have to revenge in this EWC.
みんなどのブロックもきついんで、自分のところもきつかったです。
みんな強い相手しかいないんですけれども、全力で戦って、いい試合ができればと思っています。
What a way to steal it! Charge the CA on deck as well. Punk is confident that that's it. He's standing up. He's celebrating. It is going to be 3-2. Not yet. He has to play still. Oh my! How high? Somehow, some way. Welcome to the Esports World Cup. It is Elimination Day, and you know what that means. Hopes and dreams will be crushed. There is no time for games. This is time for legacy. This is where the big dogs put up or shut up. That is something that I do not know how to do well because I am one of your hosts, Hollywood Rob TV, and I am joined here with the phenomenal Milosh. What's going on with you, bro?
Oh man, after yesterday, I needed a little lie down because my God, if you missed out on yesterday, I'm sure everybody and their mom so far has seen some of the clips, but especially one. You saw it in the countdown video just before we took the stage, and that was Shao Hai versus Punk the God. Oh my days. Game 5, they're on it. What health? And then still Shao Hai brings it back as Punk. Why are you standing up, man?
It was a bit crazy. Actually, a bit crazy understatement. There's not too many times where something happens and you know that it's a moment in history and that it's something that we're not going to forget. But of course, Punk's still alive in the tournament and was playing phenomenal even in that match. I think he still has a very strong chance to win this entire tournament. He's just that damn good. That said, also, we have Blaws versus Crime. 14 years old and 15 years old. These guys came up together in Chile, ended up having to play each other, but you saw them beating extremely strong competitors like Phenom. These guys are looking amazing, and that's something that's newer in the world of Street Fighter, to have kids be this good at the game.
And that's a very good thing, because it means that there's more and more talent being developed, which is crazy because both of their ages combined barely get to the age of Street Fighter as a franchise. Like, yeah, we're old, man. We already crossed that rainbow road. We're already way past that. But it's incredible to see there's fresh blood that's coming in, a lot of talent that's growing up with these games that we've grown up with when we were kids. And it's a very different environment. It's not the arcades back in our day, but it's great to see. It means it's a good life for Street Fighter.
I do have to make sure, before we get to bringing out our first match, that I do give a shout out to how my man's Mina RD is looking right now. I mean, 3-0-3-0, fresh off of winning EVO Japan, fresh off of winning EVO in Las Vegas, and then now he is trying to complete the trifecta by winning EWC. That dude is looking extremely tough to stop. And I do know, you said, how many rounds did he lose?
So he won 6-0, but he only lost 4 rounds.
Insanity.
Which is incredible in the 2 matches, best of 5s, that he was playing in groups.
Okay, that's it. As incredible as that is, we do have an incredible match up next. Milosh, who are we bringing to the stage?
Well, we're starting off with Group A, which of course is the first out of the 12 that we continue through the lower bracket with today. So please join me in welcoming to the stage Latif and Narikun. There's a lot of life on these 2 players and a lot of hope for them. We got Onik also here behind Narikun, and Latif, who really lives up to his name. Latif means kind in Arabic, and he really is a kind man, but I'm sure he is not the same when he's playing in-game.
It's kind of fascinating that a player's name can mean kind, and then they play Steve Viper in Street Fighter 4. I mean, make that make sense. You're kind, but you're using Steve Viper, using the burn kick, stressing out Big Hollywood and everybody else who is playing the game. That said, we don't need to stress right now because we are about to get into an absolute banger.
Yes, it starts with here. Reminder, today is the first day of eliminations. You start losing, your key gets crushed, and you saw my man Rob was showing you how it all looks like at the end. Let's get it all started. Latif, Narikun coming at you right now.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen, the point of no return. Day 1 of the elimination phase, but don't be mistaken, this is indeed day 2 of the overall scheme here at the Esports World Cup 4 Street Fighter 6. Vicious bringing it all live to you with my man Ringe to see how this all fares out, starting with Group A between Narikun and Latif.
Ooh, man, yes, you set it off right. And my man Logan, I love the fact that he was like, in my heart of hearts, I am an evil man. And what I enjoy most is seeing dreams turn to nightmares. And that's what we're going to see today. Of course, we got Narikun fans in the building. We got plenty of Latif fans in the building too. And the winner of this doesn't even get out of this stage of the group yet, right? They still got to face Noah the Prodigy to try to get into that group number 2.
That's right. As Sankola had mentioned, he could be the nightmare on J Street that awaits the fate between either of these competitors. But going into further details, Latif, he's been rocking that Bison, didn't have the success he was looking for towards one of his teammates. However, this is his only shot at greatness to qualify. One of the big concerns is, as Jammers was talking about earlier during the analysis portion, how does that fare up against an aggressive character like Kimberly in the hands of someone like Narikun?
Exactly right. That's what I'm really looking forward to seeing how these 2 play out. You can see we had a bit of a successful anti-air percentage from both sides as well. Latif a little bit stronger, but I want to see if he's going to be able to keep that consistency up against the Kimberly, right? She's got the shallow elbow drop as an option. We've seen, actually, Latif's anti-airs, that crouch heavy punch, already get spaced out by Noah in that opening round match from Group A, right? So that's something I'm going to be looking forward to. And just in general, I think that Logan mentioned it earlier, right? We saw Zhen switch to the Bison in this very match. I've been able to bring it back 3 games straight up against one of the other Kimberlys in the bracket. So that's going to be something to watch. Both of these carriers are extremely oppressive. Whoever gets knocked down first, good luck, fam.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because most of the time when it comes to either game plan from either character, it's going to be heavily grounded based. So despite what it says on the anti-air number, I don't even know how much into effect that's actually going to be playing, right? They do have pretty succinct anti-airs. I think Kimberly personally has a better one with the mixed potential, because Bison, let's face it, he does have a lot of recovery on that bad boy. despite it being cancelable, most of the time you're kind of hovering around the stage a little bit, trying to master charge, but if you're trying to get within that range to anti-air successfully, you're dropping it, you're moving forward. But again, the big potential comes out more from Kimberly. I don't even know if it's ever going to be like a factor, to be honest with you, right? I feel like those two small details and what they can do against an airborne opponent does not work out in this exact matchup. What does apply, however, is how strong your defense is, right? Both have very, very solid ways to set you up for disaster. One of them being from the side of Bison, the purple dynamite. From the other side, the explosive spray cans. We'll see which comes into play first. It's just a matter of time. Here it comes. Game number 1, Nadikun versus Latif. Kimberly versus M. Bison.
Indeed, and when your character's lacking some defense on knockdown, right, it's all about winning the neutral. You can't afford to get knocked down in the first place. So much of what this game's going to be decided on is whoever gets that first knockdown. You can see Latif already pressing the gas as soon as he gets the sweep.
We saw the attempt from the defensive measure from Nadikun. He did get the perfect parry, just not the right angle, right? It has to be either crouching or standing if you get the right normal. But already off to an explosive start. I think from both ends, technically, Latif already in burnout from his own accord. Nadikun now being able to dictate the pace, no pun intended, against Bison.
Indeed, I see you. And right now, abusing that burnout, taking full advantage of it. Great stuff from Nadikun. He's going to set up 2 cans as well. Of course, the fuzzy was there. Just tapped the dome, blessed it with the kneecap.
Damn. I don't want to be a part of any of that. But excellent defense up until that point. The drivers does get immediately checked. Nadikun is still trying to stay active while in burnout. This side switch is going to be everything for Latif. He does get the DI, catching the shins, bouncing off the palm tree. Probably a coconut one, but he's definitely trying to bust coconuts. He actually dropped the rest of that with that back roundhouse hit, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Latif, that should have been the entire round right there. He had 2 bars as well. The round definitely would have been enough to kill, but that slipped through his fingers early. Latif, you got to have that short-term competitive memory. Baits out the super. This is a great start to the follow-up round.
The double Psycho Crusher into the level 3 relatively early. I like this damage dump out. Build more meter to get yourself ready for the next one.
This man looked to send a message with that one. Yeah, Nadikun definitely struggling, already in the yellow because of that. And you try to elbow drop from there. Quick little Psycho Crusher. Offensive drive reversal. Love that decision as well, but Nadikun is going to get a chance.
Did you get the final fight combo, roundhouse to check, possibly a delayed tech, forcing Latif into burnout. Nadikun actually going to be backing off just a little bit. He doesn't want to be too risky with the amount of life he has left and also how little his drive gauge is. He can't get a really big confirm that leads into a kill. It can lead to a knockdown, but you still have to force a guess.
And I love that from Latif, right? He was just sitting on the head stomp charge, waiting until Nadikun got close enough to him for him to escape the corner. Very smart. And Nadikun, like you mentioned, so low on resources, didn't want to commit. Oh, does stuff the Psycho Crusher that time, but another drive reversal. Long distance. He's got CA on deck, Jeremy. Excuse me, Vicious.
Damn, either one works, I'll tell you what, because this is going to be a pretty significant amount of damage, if not death. Is this game number 1? It has to be. Ninja Star Cypher in critical art mode. Nadikun shaking off the nerves.
Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, Nadikun, he's not letting any opportunities slip through his fingers, right? We saw, unfortunately for Latif, in that first round, it should have been his ball game. Both of these players are consistently putting it all on offense, right? We saw them both burn out. Unfortunately for Nadikun, he was the one that was in burnout towards the latter half of the round. It was just a drop from Latif that allowed him to sneak back into the round. And then, of course, in the subsequent round, Nadikun just managed to take control yet again. And we see how potent this offense is. That was the tail of the tape coming in. Once you get knocked down, you ain't going to get back up.
Damn, they got the full support. They got the LED screens with Nadikun win. I hope you don't have to edit that anytime soon, I'll tell you what. But again, like the nature of how aggressive these characters can be, I'm thoroughly impressed by the way Nadikun held back in that final moment of round 2. Very short on resources, very short on life, and just waited it out for his big opportunity. That was massively impressive.
Yeah, honestly, I was like concerned for him. I thought, I was like, you should go in, man. But obviously he knew what he was doing. Well calculated all the way through. Now Nadikun pick it up right where he left off. We're in the corner. Oh, a little bit too far for the throw attempt, though.
Just a bit shy, giving Latif that big window of opportunity. He's trying to breeze right on in there, especially with the purple dynamite established. He did have a block string for himself. He did have offensive pressure. But now the airborne play starts to come into effect from Nadikun. What do you do about it, though? Drive rush exposes the low. Here comes the big knockdown sequence. Nadikun forward throw, drive rush on in there. Latif tried to move out of danger.
Indeed, now he's locked into this corner. I was going to say he doesn't want to press back just yet. Tried the stand medium kick, but Narikun keeping it nice and compact. Just use his stand medium kick, stand light kick to try to get that last bit of health, but he gets caught. Look at the jump or backdash. Latif got a big chance here.
Man, getting a lot of mileage out of the Cycling Studio. I'll tell you what, those scissor kicks, those bicycle kicks have been coming in real clutch up until that point. Drive rush again, exposing the defense of Latif.
You know, he tried the drive rush drive impact as well. That's honestly a tap parry counter a lot of the time, but it looked like Narikun held it, especially with the bomb planted. It incentivizes him to hold it. Now the sneaky cross up. Oh man, he's gonna go into level 3 off of it as well. This is a big start for Narikun.
We do get the power up. The buff intact for Narikun, now being able to oppress a little bit more with an impressive walk speed. And I guess damage regulation, if you really want to call it that. But
now we're going to get the knockdown here. Got 2 cans, uses them both. Drive reversal real quick, but you still got to hold that. And then another drive reversal. Distance was too far to get an outright punish, but Narikun picks his spot again. And is going to go up 2-0 with a perfect exclamation point to start our EWC Day 2.
Wasn't even done with the combo, but we're already immediately going into the third game. A very impressive showing thus far from Narikun, exposing down below. Low medium kick to start from Latif. A little bit too shy for the throw to connect, but I might have thought that was rather intentional as we see that develop in the meta, right? We have these kind of big throw whiffs that happen a lot to force maybe a tech, maybe a little bit of a muscle memory habit type of thing, but that is an excellent drive reversal. Granted, he's in burnout. It got him out of a lot of danger.
Precisely. I think he was going to get burnt out either way, right? He would have to bet on a parry, but that opens you up to a throw, and you get punish counter, and you'll still lose your bar. So I really like the fact that Latif has got out of that situation entirely. These stand fierces, though, I'm a little scared. He's throwing them out a lot. He's gotten him with punish. He's gotten him jumped on. That's something to look out for.
If he ever gets that chance, Narikun allowing Latif to get out for free. Does get the anti-air against the very sharp elbow. Narikun trying to preserve some meter too well in the corner. No step out of the corner just yet, speaking of which.
Yep, and then Latif not actually trying to stop the run that time, respecting the frame trap follow-up. Oh, and the jab just believed it and sent the drive rush cancel after. No drops this time, Latif settling in.
Thank God he didn't end it with like a Psycho Crusher, no scissor kick or anything, because I don't think the scaling would have allowed him to get that round after all. So signs of life from Latif up until this point yet again. Drive rush early standing medium punch. Checking Latif. Very sharp angle. How did they hit above him? Oh, that's a big bait.
Indeed. Oh my goodness, in the roundhouse upside the temple for the chase down. Latif definitely looking strong here. I love that Narikun took the opportunity to get the 2 cans on that first knockdown. However, now you gotta deal with this defense perfectly outspaced with the press back. Latif smothering Narikun in the corner right now. The ruthless aggression is gonna get him a dub on this board.
Smothered and smoked. That is for certain. Latif with an excellent combination going into that level 3, dumping the rest of the drive meter. Pure perfection with the way he handled that bicycle.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Latif looking more composed, looking more gathered. I'm loving to see how he's adjusted here. Oh, Narikun with the hand warmers as well. He's got both of them, and he's got the frictionless fingertip gloves too. I like that.
I like that too. I wonder like how beneficial that would be for just like sliding across, doing like shortcuts as well on a hitbox style of joystick or a fight stick, excuse me.
Yeah, and the way people go about like constructing the peripherals at this point, right? There's like so many ways they kind of game plan how to press buttons and knowing when they're going to need quick access to certain options, depending on the matchup even. It goes so deep, right? So him having that fingerless glove to make sure, or excuse me, not fingerless glove, but the finger sleeves to make sure that he's going to be able to slide to wherever he needs to get to the perfect parry as soon as he possibly can, to get to the response DI, to counter it up. All of these things, these little minute details come into big decisions and big plays when we're in the middle of the match. As we get back into it, and this is just cool to see how they went about going back into the matches after their losses, right? Latif has been match and rematch. He's like, get me back into it. Narikun, a significant break after that first loss.
Yeah, he had to readjust his controls on the command center, the mini command center that he had on his lap, right?
Shit. So many buttons, bro. So many controls.
Oh. Excellent tech on the throw. Not too big on the whip punish either, but the Psycho Crusher catching the tail end of whatever Narikun was trying to do. I don't even know how he got.
Yeah, it looked like just a back jump, right? Like the team chased it down with the Psycho Crusher. That was wild. I definitely do not see Bisons do that often. And that's the thing, right? A lot of people have been talking about seeing Latif grind lately. He is looking in prime form. You just got to gather it all together on the stage.
Whilst in burnout, though, he does have a couple of resources to spare, maybe about a touch and a half, especially with level 2 on deck from Narikun, and a couple of spray cans, bringing him all the way to the corner. The overhead does not get blocked. Is that going to be blocked in time? No, sir. That meaty jab going to pay dividends towards Bison's bank account.
Indeed. My man Latif, he let him just drag him all the way to the corner, right? Stuck the overhead in, and then once that happened, he was like, all right, I know you're going to keep pressing. Narikun, that's one of his key components, right? Is he stays aggressive. He doesn't really bait a lot of reversals. And to be fair, in this matchup, it does cost Super Meter to do it, so I don't blame him.
Excellent choice for the parry there. Now taking just a little bit of a throw rather than losing all that drive gauge. Immediate level 1 upon wake up from Latif. How do you approach afterwards? He just dashes up and waits.
Indeed, he's got plenty of drive meter though. Oh my goodness, is sneaking in with that drive rush. That's mad plus frames off the crouch medium kick. Once again here, another throw established, trying to get Latif to bite. He's been down backing for his life. We even saw it last round, but that's how you take advantage of it as well. When you want a character like Kimberly, you want a down back throw is not the only option. Overhead puts Narikun on set point.
This is the tail of the tape right here. It's whose defense is better in this matchup. They both have very oppressive and impressive offense, but especially in this state of the game, Narikun on match point, establishing this lead, and also the big buster Kimberly with the Ninja Star Cypher. All hell could break loose momentarily.
Oh, that hurt for Latif right there. Yeah, it's all started with him trying to check a teleport. He high on the landing. Narikun didn't have one ready for a response. Go to the corner. Oh, tried to get that tick throw. Great escape from Latif.
Right back at you, says Narikun. Being able to escape for free just off of that jump. Waiting to see if Latif overextends. That's a big way to do it, but it actually lands the slide. Catching Narikun by surprise. Also checking the walkbacks with a couple of those lows. Latif backing away from danger. Trying to get a big whip punish, if anything. Narikun mad airborne the whole time, but it's still, everybody's just swinging. Nothing's actually hitting.
Exactly. Both of them are coming so close to connecting with hits, but just a couple of frames late on both sides. Now both of them have kind of stabilized yet again here. Latif trying to force the issue here with big Psycho Crushers and big buttons. Stuffs the driver check and stuffs the jump as well into the level 3. So smart. He's going to burn out Narikun, get some drive back for himself, and put himself in prime position to tie up the set.
That was insanely late of a cancel, by the way. Yeah. I was like, wait. You can still get it that far in?
Right? And then again, he's having the charge ready. Narikun can do nothing but smile because he knows the air has been shut down by the Crusher.
We definitely count those for anti-airs, 100%. Even if it was pretty far away, you jump back, the OD Psycho Crusher hits, put it on the board.
And those jumps keep getting crushed. That key is going to get crushed in moments, bro. You got to fix that plan.
Damn, the Psycho Key Crusher?
Oh.
That's actually like, you onto something, Ringe.
Psycho Key Crusher, yeah. We might need to theme it next year. Gonna get a hold of like a purple and some purple Psycho Power within it. Ugh.
I like that. I like that a lot.
What a bounce back from Latif though, right? Was down 2-0, has definitely composed himself now. Is going to be going to the final game. He's definitely caught on to some of Narikun's habits, right? We were seeing the anti-air come out time and time again with the Psycho Crusher, doing a great job. It's really, I think, caught on to the fact that Narikun is always going to pressure on offense as well. Hasn't really tried to bait anything out.
I like the aggressive start from Narikun, going for the OD teleport to see if Latif was going to be ready or not. He definitely was, checking with the jabs a lot more within close quarters, but now that allows Narikun to get the sharper angles, right? That cross-up was everything. With the 2 cans now, a lot of block pressure, even more so following with the drive rush, jumping out of the corner for free yet again. Latif now, on the other hand, with control. Great block on the overhead, does get the forward throw. Narikun looking a little dry on the drive gauge.
That's the thing with Latif, right? Oh my goodness, what a hell attack as well. Another way to shut down the air approach. And right now, he's keeping it locked in the corner. He tried the Psycho Crusher, but Narikun beat him to the option. Azuna dropped to get some space. Boy, it's here yet again here. Shut down the jump wall. That can't be what Narikun wanted on Wake Up, but nonetheless, didn't pay too heavily for it.
Right, Latif only just managed to punish counter with that exact same move. This time around, gets the full punish while within range. Now, Latif at match point. What a turnaround swing.
There's been such great adjustments. I love that as well. Just kind of jump scaring Narikun with the Psycho Crusher. It's a little bit of expensive using the OD, but then Latif, he chills out a little bit, right? He brings back the drive gauge. He's had great resource management throughout the set.
We got 2 explosive potential combos up on deck. No, I lied to you. It's going to be level 1 first. Defense is going to be the priority for Latif, especially in the corner.
Indeed here. You know, Latif has had multiple wake-up supers that have been successful. I wonder if that's starting to get to Narikun. I wonder if Narikun tries to bring out one of his own here in the mere moments, as we only got a couple of rounds left at most in this set.
It depends if, whether or not Latif happens to manipulate Narikun into thinking that way, right? Let's see what happens if he's able to push into the corner, or will he be a neutral monster within this particular space? Big swing, big trade from both ends.
Yeah, look how patient Latif has gotten now throughout the set, right? It felt like he was really slugging it out to start. And now once he establishes the lead, he just sits back on it. But Narikun does take that timidness and opens him up for it. And I love that. Spin the level 3, get your own drive gauge back, right? It's not going to do too much damage to Latif, but now you got the install. You're going to be in the green yourself. This is the prime position.
The delayed drive reversal coming in from Latif. One more hit can get him into a drive rush into a level 3, but I don't think that kills, honestly. He needs a little bit more, possibly an OD extension rather than a drive rush one, and he's looking to do so. He does so with plus frames off of the OD stop. He's got meter left. It's going to be Cycle Crusher directly into level 3. The damage is substantial, but I think it keeps Narikun alive.
Indeed, right? The CA damage was there. It's big, but it's not enough. Narikun, oh my goodness, the overhead is there. Latif completes the 3-game comeback and survives another round. The mask is in the building. You know he loves to see it. Oh my goodness. Wow, the Narikun fans not as pleased with the result, especially with Narikun being so close to taking the game. And of course, this is our first day with the crowd in attendance, right? So yeah, you're gonna be hearing the electricity, the atmosphere is gonna be on a whole new level as we get into the highlights of our opening match at EWC.
Man, there's so much that we had prefaced it with. We talked about who had the better defense, and honestly, we couldn't have talked about it even better, because like the offensive pressure from both ends has been so hard to even try to comprehend, even from like a regular standpoint, even from like a spectator standpoint. There were so many different layers and looks that both of these players were shooting at each other.
Absolutely, man. And, you know, I think Latif kind of remembered who he was throughout the set, right? He's been in the trenches for some of the nastiest offense in existence when he comes to games, right? He's used to that stuff that is honestly more egregious, more aggressive than Street Fighter 6, even going back to Street Fighter 4, where he had to deal with a lot of nasty offense, unblockables, hard to blockables, things that you couldn't see with the human eye. So I think he kind of established that and was like, bro, why am I so like antsy up against the Kimberly, right? Once he started to just chill out, down back it out for most of it, it really turned the whole set around.
And I'm glad that he utilized his resources the way that he did, right? He didn't go for a full dump out. He didn't force himself into burnout in that exact moment to allow himself the big drive rush forward into the target combo. I love that towards the end. That is definitely one of the clutch moments that we could ever ask for to start things off here in day number 2. Absolutely impressive in terms of adaptation from both.
Yeah, man, the down backing along with the sprinkled in wake up super, right? Like, I think he really caught on to the fact that Narikun was gonna keep pressing the offense as we see Latif pressing the buttons, trying to at least, to get the crush going. There it is, bro. Narikun's hopes and dreams destroyed,
man.
Bro.
Wait for it. Oh! See, that's what I was looking for. None of the players are actually ready for the break because of the sound it makes.
Oh, man.
That was a jump scare and a half for sure.
Legit, bro.
God, that thing is broken in so many places. Jeez.
Oh, my goodness. Looking like Kimberly after that match, unfortunately.
Damn, that's rough. Like that?
Yeah,
Jesus.
like that. Latif with the 3-game comeback. He definitely put it on him, but right here, he has earned his run back up against Noah the Prodigy. This was our actually complete opening match to EWC Street Fighter 6 as a whole. Noah the Prodigy versus Latif, where Noah took it 3-0 over the man, the Twisted Minds veteran that actually played a big part in Noah getting to be part of this organization in the first place, right? A little bit of mentor-mentee battle here, and Noah was able to take it 3-0. We'll see if Latif had figured anything out since yesterday.
He's going to need to, because if you look thoroughly at that record between the two, although it was 3-0, Noah only lost a single round against Latif's Bison, and that was at the very beginning. Since then, he's had no qualms or nerves being up on that stage, beating up everybody as he tried to. I mean, he did have to face off against Angry Bird the following round. A little bit of a rough shot because, again, it was another one of those moments where it was like mentor and mentee, because technically he's the baby bird now, right?
Absolutely.
So we'll see how this goes. Noah the Prodigy in the run back versus Latif on a pretty significant reverse 3-0 hot streak.
Absolutely here. And of course, if you're just joining us, this is going to be the decider to see who gets into stage 2 of the event right here, right? So we're going to be done with a Group A with this match, of course. And yeah, Noah, very dominant performance up against Lateef last time. Of course, did a drop to Angry Bird, as you mentioned. We managed to take a game, so that he definitely has something going with the Cammy that we saw him with. But obviously, it's going to be Luke, considering he did 3-0 Lateef on the character in this exact matchup yesterday. But of course, as you mentioned, right, it was not even just one of those close 3-0s. It was a dominant performance from Noah, only dropping a single round. And he had a lot of cool moments that I actually hadn't really seen from Noah up until that point, like the outspacing on the crouch heavy punch. It really feels like he's added new elements to his game that I haven't seen from him yet.
Let's see if that comes into play again. I want to see whether or not he's going to be a little bit more bullish with maybe like the throws, maybe some of the crouch medium punch normals that we're used to seeing. But yeah, I totally agree with you with his usage of heavy punches recently.
Yeah.
It's been very tough to manage against like some of the normal Luke play that we've been encountering these last couple of times, at least within NA.
Yeah, absolutely right. And yeah, and just in general right there.
The medium.
Blowing up the fuzzy defensive timing of Lateef. Very smart from Noah. Yeah, he's starting to get nuance when it comes to how to open people up, and he's going to need to, right? Luke isn't just one of those, like, aggressive, rush-you-down characters like he was before in terms of how convincing he can be. He's got to be a little bit more methodical. And you can see Noah, oh, he tried the suppressor, but Lateef still reached with a check.
That crouch and medium punch was mad extended to catch the startup of that, but now we got the scissor kicks to try to keep Noah in check within this corner.
Oh,
damn.
My.
How did that reach?
Legit,
I like that. Sandblaster to kind of force Lateef away a little bit more. Doesn't want to overextend. Trying to chase down the Devil's Reverse, but no, sir.
The super kick party called mad at Nick. Lateef taking the first round.
Damn.
Yeah, man, that was rough. I can't believe that reached. Lateef's like expert recognition of the max range of his normals. Oh my goodness, though, Noah shutting down the driver's attempt with a light kick of his own. Already got the corner for it.
Oh, and the roundhouse is a counter hit, being able to get that link into crouching light punch. Back it away, trying to play it safe. Damn, the flash knuckle immediately hit or block. He would have been just fine.
Precisely right. Now Lateef gonna plant the bomb here. He tried to give him a second, but Noah takes that second and calls out the hesitation timing perfectly with the medium punch. Wow.
Again, the timing of the crouch medium punch could be a make or break normal for Luke in certain matchups. I still think it's a phenomenal normal.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's a shadow of what it used to be. It's no longer the god normal as I had coined it before, but it's definitely very, very effective within some of these ranges.
And Lateef now looking for a perfect parry of his own, finds it on the response.
Get it here, back throw, the purple dynamite coming on in. Great block in the overhead, still in burnout though.
And of course, I mean, Noah, the prodigal son of burnout, right? We've seen him time and time again weather the storm when he's grayed out, but it looks like he's not going to be able to do it this time. And Lateef already going to put more games on the board against Noah today than he did yesterday. 1-0.
We got to see what the adjustments need to be made, and it's got to be quick with the way that Lateef has been playing thus far, with those 3 games against Narikun, with the way he's playing right now. Rather quick in comparison to the Kimberly matchup, right?
Yes, indeed, right? He's being very aggressive, not letting Noah get his rocks off. He's really taking away what Noah's so good at until now. Of course, the crouch medium kick snipe gets rid of the mind, but another great perfect parry from Lateef, the blue stuff.
Right into the purple. That's going to be a dangerous mix, a dangerous concoction. That's a safe jump still. Not going to be able to take your turn, really. Well, you can take your turn, but not going to be able to punish, excuse me. But the movement immediately being checked with a much more safe button. Standing medium kick, certain ranges, no real risk behind it. Screen measurement tool, a great stopper as well.
You can tell Noah, he kind of hit the gamer lean after that round, right? Losing 1 game is not too big of a deal, but when you're on a point match to go down 2-0, it's starting to get a little scary. And Lateef, oh my goodness, baiting the wake up. It looks like this man can't be wrong right now.
Everything's coming up, Lateef, especially with the damage dump right here into the level 2. Boom! Ugh.
Keeping Noah very low on life and drive, right? And then the scissor kick as well. Checking any type of escape route that Noah wanted to look for. 2-0 lead for Lateef, 1 game away from completing the run back.
And now, starting with the aggression, Noah the Prodigy went for a drive rush crouching medium kick to expose Lateef, but doesn't keep him grounded for long. And speaking of being grounded, my man instead went airborne for the big jump in and calling out the Sandblaster. My God, what a time to press crouching medium punch while the bomb was on him.
Indeed, man. Noah has found these clutch crouch medium punch timings. Has got him out of dodge a couple of times. But Latif, you can tell the confidence is exuding from him right now. He feels like he's going to be right every decision he makes. And I mean, I can't blame him with the way this round's going. Oh, what?
What in the hell was that? That was OD!
Latif custom combos, the sweep with the mind juggle. I know Yak's losing his mind somewhere right now. Oh my goodness, 1 round away. Latif, what a turnaround from yesterday.
He is playing out of his twisted mind, I'll tell you what.
Ooh,
that was such an impressive sequence, man. How do you even recover from that? Only Noah could answer. And does he have it? We'll see. Latif trying to steal turns. I know that's negative, but Noah not gonna bite on that one. A couple of heavies coming on in there. We get the flash knuckle combo, uppercut towards the end. A throw will do it. Guess what? He's got one more.
Indeed, one more chance here. So you can tell Latif definitely feeling himself. He's holding the parry for so long. He replenished all of his drive, but not enough. And now we got some Noah fans in the building as well, rooting for his comeback, his turnaround. This is how you started. Yeah, no counter here right there, so I don't think it combos unless that is the case.
Oh my God! What a confirm off of that.
Right there. It was a raw flash knuckle hit. He was ready for the level 3, saw it hit.
That was 55%.
Legit, just flash knuckle into level 3. That's all he needed. Now Latif looking on life support right now. Does get the fears, and it was counter hit, so he's going to confirm.
Oh, this is so dangerous still. The purple is there. He dry brushes in his face, possibly going for a perfect parry. It might have been a flash first, right? The lethal shot living up to its name. OD Sandblaster right in the grill.
Noah with the reactions right now. I love that. Using the extension on the Sandblast to make sure that DI armor got destroyed. And now, bro, Noah, he's definitely found some confidence in his own right. This is where he thrives, right? Back against the wall, the pressure is on. The pressure's on Latif too, right? He's 1 game away from closing it out. That can start affecting the mental, can start affecting the decision-making. Noah is taking full advantage of it right now. Oh
my God, that was a punish counter. No big follow-up, though. Instead, we do get the perfect parry. Has to dump out the rest of the drive gauge. Forcibly into a level 1. Yes, he has to spend it. He was forced to due to the scaling. The stakes have been changed significantly off of this run. Momentum in the side of Noah.
Man, and Noah, you can tell though, bro.
What is happening? That's the second erroneous movement that Latif has made. It was first off of the OD stomp, and now off of a neutral jump. That had to be a charge because there was an immediate jump roundhouse.
And then again, that spacing to bait out the crouch heavy punch. This is the thing. I really feel like being this close to the victory is kind of getting to Latif right now. And Noah, we talked about it, right? He loves when his opponents get nervous. He feels like he's built for the bright lights, built for the big stage, and now he's tied up the set just like that.
Hey, Ringe, you think he's playing nervous, huh?
I think so. I think so, Ringe. I feel like he's nervous when he's up 2-0. I'm not nervous when I'm down 2-0.
Nah, my pops told me different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, shout outs to Papa Prodigy back home if you're watching.
Yeah, for real,
Much love
bro.
to him, for sure.
Big shout outs. Oh, and already here's Spine Buster #1. Are we going to get the party going? No, instead the punish.
My God.
My man hit him in the back of the head. That's an illegal maneuver.
That's a party crusher, I'll tell you what. We got plus frames on deck, even more so off of the background house, backing off ever so slightly, only to get clipped from Noah.
That was unfortunate for Noah. He didn't get the perfect charge on the flash knuckle, and because of that, he couldn't get that wall bounce. He couldn't get that space that he wanted. Now he's locked in the corner, but he's always ready to answer DIs. He's still got to get that room back, though, because he doesn't have an answer now. The double jump back, of course. Noah is always so good when he's in burnout against the opponent. What an avoidance.
This guy is just too active. He is just not willing to sit still. When he has reads like that, so impressive on defense. And now, even more so, the offensive pressure is on. No, he backs away. Noah the Gray. The first time he's retreating.
Indeed, look at the spacing on this
so we thought.
The neutral jump heavy kick stuffing the approach yet again here. Look at this, the jump backs as well. He's trying to bait out something from Latif with the neutral jumps. Oh, the level 1 connects, man. Noah, how is he turning around like this? Stuffs him again. He got his drive meter back. That's the comeback complete. Noah roars into the stage 2.
Your first qualifier into the next phase. Avoiding elimination and still in control of his destiny.
Man, oh man, incredible stuff right there from Noah. Of course, this was a Twisted Minds team kill, right? These guys are brethren. So, of course, the respect is shown afterwards. But, man, I cannot believe Noah. Like he's talked about, right? He don't want to play online. He don't want to play in these weeklies. He's like, give me the bright lights. Give me the bag. And give me the big stage. That's where I'll shine the most. And it really felt like that, man. Latif, he was up 2-0. And it kind of felt like at that point he was playing not to lose rather than to win. He came up with a couple of big reads that were just short. And from there, Noah just was in his element.
It was just so different, too, the way that Latif played the first 2 games. By the time game number 3 hit, it was just as if he was just playing for the ring, for the belt to ring. Honestly, it wasn't as, I want to say, impactful offensively. I don't think there was enough, I want to say animosity towards his offensive calls.
Yeah, there was that one where he did Psycho Crusher and then Super right after, right? And it didn't work. And it felt like after that, he didn't want to take any more risks. And it felt like because of that, that is where Noah thrives, right? If you're going to be timid defensively and you're going to give him these opportunities to get in your face and make you hesitate, make you second guess, that is where he is the best. So my man Noah, this is a little bit bittersweet, right? Because it is his homie. But of course, the crush has to complete. My man Latif, always love to see him play, but I love to see his key get crushed even more. Sorry, we're just evil people, me and Logan. We're just evil people.
Oh, man. We do have the updates here from SEC. Let's take a look at the leaderboards and how things are shaping up here at EWC.
The club championship points has been the discussion of today because every single game that's being played has huge implications. So let's start off with things as they are. Falcons were able to win their CS game against G2, meaning that they are holding on to the top 1 slot. With Liquid being eliminated from CS yesterday and Crossfire today, it means their only chance of getting to the top 1 slot and winning the club championship points is by number 1 winning Street Fighter and number 2 praying that Falcons drops their next game in CS. Vitality is completely out of contention regardless of how their CS roster performs, whereas when we're looking at VP, although they still have an active player in Street Fighter, the fact that they just lost their game against Mouse in CS means that they are also out of contention for the club championship title, which means that the odds right now are looking pretty good for Falcons to win the $7 million prize.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The top 2 teams left for contention of the club championships, Falcons, as well as Team Liquid. You heard the stipulations here, what needs to be done. We'll get there, definitely when we get there. If you guys want to pay attention even closer, Group G is where you're going to need to focus on in regards to who takes it down for this year's club championships at Esports World Cup. However, switching gears a little bit, going into Group B, it's Riddles going up against Momochi. This is a matchup that we feel has been brewing up in a lot of the people's minds as of day number 1. We're like, man, how does Riddles contest against someone like Momochi with a character like Ed?
Yeah, exactly right. And man, that Zeta division, they are rolling deep here in the crowd. So Momochi, they're like kind of a home court advantage here considering how many people are there to support him. Now, on the other hand, Riddles, as we've talked about, right? Riddles is one of our favorite stories coming into this event. Recently free agented, came out on his own dime to get into the LCQ, made it all the way into the main event here. Had a, honestly, phenomenal showing up against Meta RD. If you just check the box score, seeing the 3-0, that doesn't tell the whole tape. I think that was probably the closest Riddles has ever gotten to defeating Meta. Every single game went to the wire. It was a great performance. So now he's going to have a chance to carry that momentum. Hopefully he feels good about that performance regardless of the loss. I think he even tweeted about how he still feels good about his play. So because of that, Momochi, I think, is going to have his hands full. The problem for Riddles is that Momochi has some of the best Terry practice in the business, right? He has Lashar in Japan/Korea. He's got Kincho, who is also here, who is one of the top-rated Terrys online. So he's going to be prepared. But if he's going to be prepared for Riddles' brand of Terry is what we're going to see.
You weren't kidding when it came to the numbers game. We were kind of like, I'm going to rehash this number a little bit. Riddles versus Menardi, despite it being 0-3, he went down swinging. Yeah. It was absolutely close. It was 1-2 all the way through. In contrast, Momochi versus Kawano, Momochi was only able to snag one round against Kawano's Akuma. Yeah, I was actually speaking in rounds, not in games. My mistake. Sorry, just to kind of reiterate that. But yeah, only a single round was taken from the side of Momochi against Kawano, whereas Riddles took a round off of Mena RD every single game of that set. If that tells you anything in regards to statistics, I honestly think Riddles should be feeling rather confident going into. However, with a guy like Momochi, he's not going to take getting swung on too lightly.
Yeah.
Especially with Ed. I think personally, he's totally ready with the training partners that he's had. He's totally going to be ready for what comes his way. It really depends on how the player playstyle, as Rinch has talked about, how that's going to affect this particular matchup.
Oh man, here we go. Momochi and Riddles again. This is go on to face Kawano. So we're going to see if Momochi can earn his run back, or if Riddles going to get his first chance at Kawano in the tournament so far. Oh, and again there, just beautifully spaced without light kick, knowing when Momochi was going to press his button and just beating him to the punch. And now Riddles again going to get the knockdown here, just establish the corner pressure. Quick tech from Momochi. He's going to get some breathing room into that crouch heavy kick, of course. The distance on that is potent, bruh.
Oh, checking the spacing immediately. Baiting Momochi into trying to walk. That low medium kick is the big party starter, and immediately getting another throw bait after the standing heavy punch. Actually connected. Are you okay? Oh, Buster Wolf.
Not in this round, he's not. Momochi already going down one. Like we talked about Riddles, he got to carry that over that momentum. I know he's feeling good. And again, already looking to establish nice and early. Just the pressure, and actually snipes the raw flicker. It's like that, Riddles.
Giving Momochi quite the conundrum. How do I figure out this matchup? How do I figure out this playstyle? Riddles really living up to the name. Burn Knuckle to keep him in check. You're not allowed to leave for free.
Oh my goodness, bro. And the quick burn on the OD at the end as well, leaving Momochi a little bit of a sus space right. He didn't want to immediately press back. And yeah, despite Momochi having a lot of matchup experience in this one, it feels like he's a bit uncomfortable with the way Riddles is playing and the ranges that he's trying to stand at.
Oh, and again, so difficult to react to. Hence Momochi getting clipped by the burn knuckle again as the opener. I'm loving this right now from Riddles. I want to see what happens now with Momochi, knowing full well that Riddles is willing to let that neutral killer rock.
That's the thing, right? Yeah, almost acts as a jump scare on the ground game, that bird knuckle. But this time, Momochi with a clean whip punish to start it off. It takes the empty jump and throws him back into the corner. Very smart. Trying to make something out with the kill rush right there. Maybe the DI that we saw before, but instead, Riddles gets the big stand heavy kick. Power slam as well. Oh, and then again, a snipe in the feet as Momochi trying to walk back. That crouch medium kick got great range on it from Terry.
Oh, damn. Crouch shoot immediately eliminating the potential flicker. Okay, we do get a pretty big change-up now with that back throw. Not for long. Riddles with immediate jumps 2 times over to reset the spacing. Now in control. Immediate check against the potential block string with OD rising tackle.
Oh, and the blitz, he committed to it. Riddles trying to take his turn a little bit too early. Momochi closes it out. I do love the double jump from Riddles, though, because he did get thrown back after the empty jump previously. So he's adjusting to Momochi's decisions quite quickly.
Superman punch now standing fierce right to the grill. A lot more of a patient approach coming in from Momochi. I lied to you. I lied to you all. Immediate drive rush afterwards. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's trying to pick his spots right. He's not trying to be too timid because I think that's what lost him game 1. So now he's got some intel together here. Didn't quite get the dream the way he started it, but he's finishing it nice and clean anyway.
Yeah, because he was mid-screen, he's not going to have a lot of mileage to get that damage either way. So he dumped out the damage. He front-loaded it immediately with the uppercut. And boy, is he reaping up the rewards off of that. Good decision-making, knowing full well where his position was on the screen to get that damage out from level 2.
Yeah, that's the thing with Momochi, right? It's not only that he's so consistent with the dream combos, but he's so aware of where he's at on the screen that sometimes he'll bypass that just to get the maximum damage from where he's at, right? Great call, Vicious.
All tied up, one apiece. In quick fashion, too, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, both of these matches, these first 2 matches have been very explosive. It really felt like Momochi just gathered intel in that first game, came out and exploded here in game 2. Oh, that was the front frame bird knuckle too. You saw the screen shake. Momochi showing no fear though.
Yeah, Riddle's trying to delay his own momentum with that normal. Checking the counter hit against him though, with Momochi striking with the lighter one, standing medium punch punish counter, not really leading out so much just yet though. Riddles, he's the one at a current deficit with a drive gauge. Doesn't matter if you have a bird knuckle, right?
Yes, indeed. Again, yeah, he's been willing to let that rock, right? Catching Momochi on the forward approach a lot of the time because obviously Ed wants to get into that range, right? I think that's why the fireballs are coming out more and more to show that he's not willing to just go in and a beautiful perfect parry on the quick bird.
Something you have to have in your back pocket at all times. If someone tries to end that string into a quick burn, that's an easy time to get yourself that perfect parry. You get that forward throw, setting up the spark, power away from the rebuttal from Riddles.
And again, right there, Momochi. I think he was below 3 bars when that same medium kick connected. That's what put him over 3 bars, so you didn't want to commit to the driver's cancel outright.
Not going to be able to block for long. That burnout is coming.
All right, yeah, I mean, Terry's got great bully game in the burnout, but he's so low on life that he can't be too aggressive. And then Momochi gets a proper reversal super. It's going to be all over. But instead, Riddles does put it all on the line. Gets the DI as he gets close enough to connect, and he will be able to dump the resources. Only needs 1 bar, maybe needs 2. He's not high enough to get the second buster.
Momochi has to sit still. He can't get caught walking backwards. Hence why the overhead comes in clutch for Riddles.
Great call, Vicious, right? He didn't want to get sniped with that crouch medium kick. It's so potent for Terry. What a recognition from Riddles to go with the overhead instead. And now Momochi going to stabilize a little bit here in this next round. Spinning the level 3 nice and early because he knows ideally he goes to a next round. So we got to build as much meter back for that as possible.
Man, very explosive start from Momochi. He gets to hang back and kind of dictate the pace also with some of the strings that he could throw with the flicker. The immediate check. Momochi's trying to delay normals and now delaying throws. This is going to be huge coming into it. The damage is there. The drive gauge is depreciating. Now Riddles, how do you potentially close this game out?
I love this, right? We got to see if Riddles is going to be willing to go for the burnout, right? How is Momochi going to thwart this? Is he going to do EX? No, instead, he goes for the drive reversal and Riddles baits it out perfectly. He's going to get the kill off of it and go up 2-1.
Insane, by the way. The calls from both ends, absolutely ridiculous. These guys are playing godlike.
Yeah, so smart from Riddles, right? I think that's really the safe option a lot of the time. We've seen that so much this tournament, where the opponent is about to get burned out, so they just commit to the drive reversal, knowing that the opponent is going to put a block string on them to get there. That time, instead, Riddles pumped the brakes early, and man, what a way to do it. Now Momochi, though, showing the perfect parry and getting him knocked down in the corner. That's what we talked about before, right? Whenever he jumps out of the corner, Momochi is looking to throw him back in.
Something to note going forward. Riddles now on the offensive end. We get the forward throw, dash up on in there. What's the defense like from Momochi? It's just 2+. That strike throw mix is just so potent. You know what? Get it out of my face. I got an OD uppercut for you.
Instead, this time Momochi representing the OD, right? Something that he hasn't done much up until this point. Wow, the DI from Riddles. Maybe trying to snipe another flicker that we saw like from earlier.
Level 1, yeah, has to come out. And it's just enough towards the end of it. As dry as they were, that single hit confirmed coming in from Momochi was everything for that round.
Very nice, man. Momochi, how quick he recognizes which routing to go into. I mean, the fact that he's so good at that, I think, is what makes him so good on Ed. It's very much a demand for the character to play at high level.
Bro, I wonder how hard it is to actually confirm that target combo from the low medium, because that looks rather fast.
Yeah, 100%, man. Oh, straight up, and yes, that's the round wave, right? That's the heavy version. That does act as a strike when it's perfect parry. That's why you saw the slowdown.
That's pretty godlike, too. Being able to practice against that consistently against someone like Lashar, someone like King Show as well. You know for sure he's well versed in it. But now, let's talk about this pressure. Momochi trying to create some space away from the corner as much as possible. Damn, punish counter as well. The dream is alive. And now a nightmare for Riddles. If this doesn't kill, he's got to be in burnout afterwards. It does kill.
I love that, right? Momochi is going for a very stable, consistent route right there. He knew he had the other meter in his back pocket that he could close it out with, and just like that, the Zeta Division crowd very pleased in the building here as we go to a Game 5.
We were not kidding when we talk about Zeta Division rolling in deep. There was like 5 to 6 rows full of people, full of supporters, even before we got started here today, but damn.
Yeah, you heard Vicious right. It wasn't 5 to 6 people. It was 5 to 6 full rows of people. Like, it is a big contingent of Zeta Division fans.
Oh, good call out against the Superman punch. That forward Fierce getting stuffed out by the rising tackle. Back-to-back Fierce is just draining the drive gauge against Mochi. Hence why he's taking full screen of back against Riddles, but now finds himself into the corner. These conversions have been so significant for Riddles in terms of control. Again, rising tackle. He's so ready to risk it all. And I like this too. We got level 2 on deck just in case. You already know it.
The power geyser was there. That had to be like the last active frame of medium punch, that combo Mochi, man. Holy smokes.
Immediate spark checking the approach from Riddles, now spending a little bit of gauge of his own. Momochi letting the fireballs do the talking, but Terry being able to suppress that, he's not going to be fearing it too much. He's going to slowly walk up into his space if Momochi lets him, and that's exactly what happens once he senses Riddles is trying to walk out of here.
Oh yeah, and Riddles holster in the reversal this time, right? He doesn't want to be too predictable with it. Momochi catches the jump on the back dash, you ain't going nowhere, and he's keeping that meter in his back pocket, right? He knows he's got another round to go to take the set.
Hitting him with the bone saw. I've got you for 3 minutes in this corner. Into another round. This is looking too close. Final round between the two.
Now Riddles, it's his turn. He might get the chance to say, you ain't going nowhere.
Possibly, man. Someone's got to get paid.
Oh, wakes up with it, but it's baited out. This is huge for Riddles. Not only is he going to get massive damage, he actually might kill. Okay, no, he didn't want to go into it. He didn't have the extra meter for the triple geyser. My mistake.
Oh, forces the drive reversal. A couple of hits on the speed bag, aka the dome of Terry. Drive rush, Superman punch. Couple of lights again, followed by the flicker. How do you keep the control against Riddles? And a very, very brave walk-up throw gets tagged.
What a snipe from Momochi as well, using the flicker to completely delete the power away. Oh, he didn't confirm that. Tries to get the dash under. He catches him low. Is he going to get built to the level 1? He does, and that's just enough. Momochi clutches it out to survive. Oh, man. What a showing from Momochi right there.
I can't even tell you how much I could have swung in Riddle's favor. Like, of course, he didn't get the third bar for the Power Geyser extension, but I think spending any of it for the knockdown and for the damage, I think that would have changed the course of history.
Yeah, it was one of those things, right, where like we were talking about how Momochi's routing recognition is part of what makes him so good on Ed. You need that same expert level routing recognition for Terry because he has that triple geyser extension where it takes 3 bars plus drive meter, right? But then if you burn yourself out to get to those 3 bars, you can't do that anymore. You have to go to a level 3 routing. And it felt like he just kind of got caught in the lights deciding what to do with the amount of resources he had. And unfortunately, because of that, yeah, as Vicious said, I think some damage that could have been big slipped through, and you see he dies with the CA on deck. That is painful, man.
Such a heartbreaker. Either way you spin it, honestly, because of how close that match was, I think no matter who had lost, would have been so tough to really understand and digest because these guys were swinging and these guys were making so many great adaptations throughout the course of that match. It was rather impressive. Like the entirety of Group A, insanely good.
Yeah.
Group B, especially right now, the way it starts, still keeping it up.
Oh man, and then Riddles again came out here on his own dime, made it through to the LCQ to the main event, only to watch himself get crushed. Oh,
it's a cold man. Did you see not a single flinch?
Yeah.
When the key broke, he's like, I see. Just another day, huh?
And that was a special key one too. We got a little piece that shot towards the camera. That was an especially violent key crush right there. But right now, the man who's been waiting in the wings, right? The man who defeated Momochi yesterday, where Momochi only took 1 round off of him, Kawano, is going to stand in the way of Momochi advancing to stage 2.
This is going to be a banger, guaranteed. If Kawano can keep up exactly what he did to take down Momochi in the first place, he's big chillin'. But let's be realists here. Momochi, he's been in the lab. He knows exactly what needs to be done going in from a heavy loss. And we've seen that too, going in from Blink Respawn over to Evo. He had substantially better results. Well, I guess I think it was a much grander stage. Let's be real frank about that with a world scale like Evo. But honestly, his adaptation levels are insanely high. I think we kind of praise him as having some of like the best changes towards game strategies, both on the fly and also during downtime, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to have an opportunity to do so, right? He knew that Kawano was waiting in the wings. He knew if he got past the Riddles, it was going to be time to fight the man that took him down. Like you see, last time they met 3-0. Total whip punishes, though, did go in Momochi's favor, but those shimmies, man, when they land, it is such a high damage reward. And the Misty Eye reactions, is that some Uncle Views?
That's age dependent. I want to say it's not necessarily based on the gameplay. I will definitely call that out now. A little bit of a side note, that is definitely age dependent.
Oh, man. That is a good one here as we are all getting ready for this match to decide who's going to get into stage 2. You can see different representatives of the fandom here, the Zeta division, showing out to support Momochi, but you already know Kawano and that Good 8 squad got plenty of support as well, especially in that fresh denim jacket, man. I really love the fact that that's kind of their esports jersey, the denim jacket. I think that's such a cool remix.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned that a few times over on a couple of stages. Good 8 squad definitely be coming out with some really nice, just in general, like uniforms and clothing lines. I've got to talk to those guys. Either way, we digress. Momochi versus Kawano. This is the run back. Only one gets to qualify into the next stage.
Indeed, man. And like you said, Momochi, he's too legendary of a player, I think, to go out. Oh my goodness, he said, "You gonna try that DI stuff again?" Nah, I'm wide awake here. I already know what the game plan says.
I lied to you all. Momochi's actually Benjamin Button.
Aging gracefully, getting younger
my
as he gets older, and then baits him into the second one to show him that he's ready again. What a message sent in round 1.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's Kawano's fault.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Honestly, a lot of folks, when they see the spark and they're expecting the fireball, they would DI.
Yes, indeed. Momochi, though, he's setting him up for exactly that, right? He wants to bait him into it. What a read on Kawano, honestly, to start this game. That's got to send shivers down your spine if you're Kawano.
I mean, Akuma has no spine, though. This man is pure evil. So we'll see whether the player is affected or not. The overhead does come in clutch, though. Really early, that's actually evil.
Yeah, indeed, right? Already looking to establish that. Get Momochi antsy on the defense from get-go.
Oh.
Try to walk under, but that light kick, great button press from Kawano to pick across a button.
Oh. And the walk back, too. That walk speed coming into play as Akuma, really helping him avoid that potential throw and that potential disaster, honestly, from losing his turn. Damn, but what an expensive round.
It sounded like Ed said commit when he throw it, which was hilarious. Now that's what he actually said, but man, he did commit to that one, and it paid for it dearly. Kawano emptied the resources. He doesn't want to give Momochi another chance because look how deadly Momochi's playing.
I can't believe he sniped out a standing light kick. Kawano is definitely known for throwing that out in neutral a bunch of times over, not just to measure, but also potentially whiff punish something in case you had missed. Because again, those recovery normals, the recovery on those normals, rather quick, right? But even quicker than that, Momochi's game number 1 W against Kawano with this level 3 closeout.
Yeah, to your point, you're not punishing a light on reaction, right? It's pretty much a timing that you commit to. And that's just a testament to how Momochi went about that last round. He was able to call out the timing of Kawano at the beginning. He called out the Kawano timing at the end as well. But right now, Kawano's doing the one calling out that reversal ODDP.
Brother, that was only 2 bars of drive gauge from that OD in that combo. And we're already looking at near death with 80 seconds on the clock. Hit him again.
Yeah, the 5-throw loop. Kawano, he's like, yo, I did it at Capcom Cup. You don't think I'll do it at EWC? You already know.
Dude, it doesn't matter where you're from. Anybody could catch the smoke for Kawano.
And there's the light kick you're talking about, right? Definitely one of the big tools in Kawano's arsenal to establish the control style that he likes to play.
And not doing it as much now. A little bit more precaution going into this round against Momochi. Doesn't want to be caught with his own timing.
Exactly right. We've already seen Momochi hard call out some of the timings, but instead, Kawano reacting to the drive rush, shutting that down quickly.
Beautifully done. And the buffer tool behind it, crouching medium punch, that's an excellent counter poke tool. Again, wait a minute! Standing light kick, get blown up to smithereens!
Momochi with the headshots right over the stand light kick, man.
That was raw.
It was. Kawano trying to escape via jumper backdash, got called out. DP to grant some relief for now. Oh, he tried, right? And it was after the perfect barrier. That was such a big brain chance for Kawano, but Momochi was just so disciplined. Eye from him again in reaction to the fireball. Are you kidding me?
Kawano tried to do it to him in the first game. He's just repaying the favor. He was in debt. One explosive fierce could spell it all to Momochi while he's locked in with 3. However, this corner push could also spell so much danger for Ed because of his lack of defense.
Indeed, man. Yeah, that's why Momochi, I think he committed to that driver's cancel to just put it back to mid-screen at the very least, in addition to the pressure to grants, of course.
That is huge. Did he delay it enough? Do we get a single bounce? We don't, but it's totally fine, and what a big recovery from Momochi.
Exactly, and we talked about his routing expertise. He still knows how he's going to pick it up, even with the double bounce. Takes Kawano to the other side of the wall. Light kick, no commitment. He was below that 3-bar threshold. He didn't want to burn himself out.
And the walk back gets clipped from Kawano. Momochi was trying to bait out something way more dangerous than that, but low medium kick is just enough. Wall and burnout, Kawano's got to space himself out with these fireballs to recover some of that drive gauge. Demon Raid a little bit too shallow. Momochi on the howl now.
Indeed, right? He knows. Oh my goodness, just jumps the flicker instead, and Kawano ties up the set. I was gonna say, you know, Momochi was still in Predator mode because he had the level 2, right? He definitely knew while Kawano was burnt out, it was a big opportunity to get up 2-0 in a lead, but what a clutch, composed way to respond.
Man, how many lights does he get to string up that close? I forget. It's so much, man.
Yeah.
And it's such a good pressure point, too, because you can't walk away from it even after the 2 standing light punches.
That's why Momochi was looking for exactly to kind of open him up via that way, right? Especially with the burnout, you get a little bit more advantage off the line. But instead, Kawano, some big jumps are coming in, and he's being rewarded heavily for them.
Give me a throw. Knocking on the doors instead. Back to it, a couple of lights just peppering on in there. Getting a little bit of seasoning on that Ed.
Ooh, let's see if it'll be too spicy for him or not.
That boy needs some sun.
Yeah, most definitely does. He come down to react, he'll get plenty of it. Ooh, right there though, the punish counter.
Dash up on in there with a kill. Kill rush, excuse me. Oh my god!
Yeah, for
I
real.
thought he was gonna swing! I thought Momochi was gonna counter.
Agreed. Thought he was gonna try for a check. Who knows how that would have played out, honestly, with the forward fears from Kawano.
That speed, that distance, he would have got smacked. Oh, speaking of getting smacked! No Demon Raid here. We got the live Demon Hunter instead. Uh-oh. We're gonna drain the bank account. Yeah, we forced it. Yeah, went into foreclosure.
Exactly, bro. It's up for auction now. My meter. Somebody buy it back for me, please. Right now, he actually gets the forward Fierce, and the stand Fierce afterwards. Catches Kawano trying to wake up with a button. Momochi here back in the lead, just barely.
Honestly, I think OD Blitz to follow up would have been so much chip damage too, or even Flicker, right, to keep him closer in position. It would have been lights out regardless of speaking of lights out. We got the level 1 immediately against Kawano, just below 50. Jesus! Excuse me?
That's what he tried earlier, right? Momochi, he knows he's good at perfect parrying the projectiles, so he does the adamant flame to then check the check attempt from Momochi.
That is beautiful. That's a good call, Ranch.
Man, oh man, Kawano right now starting to cook. He's definitely feeling it after finding that hit. That's what he wanted previously. Gets up in there with the throw. He's going to do it again. Oh my goodness, it would have worked.
Okay, not quite the uncheck. I mean, even if he didn't have enough life to save himself regardless, committing to that normal.
What a different set this has been. Oh my goodness. Not going to let you do a fireball string on me. But yeah, this has been such a different game, different set from yesterday, right? It's been neck and neck all the way through so far. Oh, and then baits out the ODDP after the drive rush cancel pressure. Big from Momochi. He's got level 2 on deck now as well after the completed combo.
Jeez. Not really much to get it done off of that punish counter standing light. A little bit too far. There was an attempt to nullify the DI. There was a crouching jab there. He could have gone into super. Still stuck in DI. Oh, sorry, still stuck in burnout.
Indeed, and now Kawano's got his full drive meter back. Only getting the back throw. Oh my goodness, but he went after him with a low on the drive rush, and he's gonna complete it with a level 3 afterwards. It was an expensive gambit, right? That raw drive rush, low with a drive rush cancel. It costs you 4 bars, so build back into the green, fam.
Oh my god, the chop taking down the ankles, breaking the shin on the way over at the same time. How did that even clip?
Yeah, for real. It looked like Momochi probably tried to press that Potent jump medium punch or jump medium kick.
Right.
I imagine that was the case. I wonder if it would have whiffed if he didn't press anything, though.
I'm thinking the exact same thing, and quite honestly, I don't even want to know.
Yeah,
I really don't.
We found out the different timelines yesterday with the Punk and Shanghai match. We cannot look into those different timelines for this one, please.
This is all the one that matters, really. This is so important. Kawano being up a single game against Momochi, now in control. Calling out the OD upper. Looking at that perfect. Can he repeat the results against Momochi that he had yesterday with a victory? He's getting close to it. The adamant bait out. You saw the check against the drivers from Momochi. Now a lot more susceptible. The backdash actually gets clipped. You saw it from Kawano trying to back away.
Yeah, interesting, the backdash decision at that point, rather than just a down back, and now his parry actually gets thrown. He's very long drive kick, and Momochi wants to get ready with the DI counter. You are not gonna bully him today with that. Well, even willing to spin the level 2 here. He's got a lot of respect for Kawano's offense. Trying to put him away. Looking for the, yes, indeed, the chip out at the end right there. He went with the safe jump right in case Kawano woke up with something he was going to be able to block it, and then went into the chip sequence. Very well managed from Momochi.
Building himself a little bit of meter, a significant amount of meter at that, going into this final round potentially against him. We'll see. Kawano, how does he dump out the meter? How does he force an error from Momochi? Does he rely on his reactions? Does he rely on his misspacing? It's going to be the misspacing.
And of course, unlike here, he just barely beat up to the button with that one. Momochi's trying to wake up with something and get thrown for it. Oh my goodness, both players not committing to anything. Just trying to bait something out from the other side.
And surprisingly enough, it's not like a meaty light, right? To kind of bait out the OD uppercut. It's just Kawano giving him massive respect.
That's a great point, right? You can get that light timing in because the DP on the end is slow enough. Usually you recover before getting hit by it. But yeah, Kawano doesn't even want to take that risk. Trying to play other mind games and then again representing the OD reversal. Oh my, he put himself in burnout to try to get that one strike throw away. And yeah, because of the burnout, he's not going to be punished on the OD blitz.
He's still alive, and he gets clipped overhead standing.
I don't know what happened, Momochi. You can see the disappointment on his face on that one. If he got caught moving forward or jumping at that exact moment, whatever it may have been, Kawano, very thankful that's what he went with, and he closed it out.
There's no way he got caught. You know what it is, honestly? Two things. Either he tried to like jump and it caught the pre-jump frame, or he tried to move forward in preparation for a whiff punish because he thought he was out of range.
Yeah, exactly, man. That was, especially I like the fact that you bring up the fact that he kind of probably reacted to the overhead to the point where he was like, okay, it's gonna whiff, so I'm gonna move forward to get close enough for a whiff punish, right? That's one of those double-edged swords of having a move that's a bit longer startup. Sometimes the players' reactions are so good, and that was Momochi's tale in this set, right? We see him respond with every single DI was countered. His reactions were very on point in this set, so that actually might have came back to bite him in the very end.
That is actually insane to see, man. I wonder if that was actually the case. Somebody give me the replay upload on that, please. Give me the number.
Oh, man.
I definitely want to check that out thoroughly.
I think you're right. Like, as seeing it right there in the replay again, I think you're exactly right. It felt like he got tagged at the very end of the move. So to me, it felt like Momochi that had registered that it was going to whiff. And yeah, man.
The reaction afterwards.
I think you're right, dude. Like, I think 100% you got it on the head where he reacted to that overhead. He thought it was going to whiff. And that moment, that first frame where he moved forward, he moved into that last active frame hitbox of the overhead. Heartbreaking way for Momochi to lose. Just like watching his key get crushed is another heartbreaker for all the Zeta fans out there. Oh.
Go on. I want nothing to do with this. It wasn't my fault. He did it to himself. I want nothing to do with it, man. This is my favorite part. Like, not because the keys are getting crushed, but the reactions of the players. Group B, definitely living up to the precedent set from Group A. This is going to be so fun to watch moving forward into the playoffs. I guarantee it. But that pretty much concludes Group B in our time here. Man, you guys don't want to miss the rest of this. I guarantee it, man. Esports World Cup coming right back at you with more Street Fighter 6 right after this.
again.
Oh my gosh, that was so close, man. I can't believe you had it, Latif. Yeah, you were 2-1 up. All the momentum on your side.
Rookie mistake.
What went wrong, man? What went wrong?
Rookie mistake. I saw the win, got too excited, played stupid. Literally. I'm way better than this. You know, it's not over until it's over. But
man, crazy set. I mean, it could have gone either way, really. There were moments where a decision different here and there. Oh man, I don't know what to say, man. That was you definitely had it, bro.
I had it. I swear to God. I saw it in my grasp. I was like too excited. You know, it's probably the rust out of competitions. I was too excited. Rookie mistake.
What can I say? It happens, man. EWC with it all on the line, the pressure, the potential victory was too much to absorb, and he let the excitement get the better of him. Yeah. Very unfortunate, man.
Don't get too excited.
Thanks very much, Ryan, there with Latif. Here we are in the studio after those opening two groups, and we have said goodbye to some more players. More players, though, advancing into the next phase. Justin Wong, did Latif have it?
I would say Latif definitely did have it, but I want to talk about how he went 0-2 first, right? And then something twisted in his mind.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Out, and he went to 3-2 with Narikun, and then he went up 2-0 against Noah, and then Noah with his twisted in his mind as well. And look at that. But I do think Latif played well, and he talked about how it's rusted from competition. Maybe the stage got him nervous a little bit.
He comes from that first to two era, right?
Yeah, first to two era.
Not the modern age of glorious fighting game competition where we play first to three.
It's nice. It's nice to have. I mean, that's the cool thing, because if it was first two, then Naruto would have won 2-0, and we wouldn't have seen the epic adaptation from Latif, like anti-air cycle crushers, going for more like crouching medium punch delay. But we were all saying in the backstage, please just throw, right? Just throw.
Toss him.
It seemed that he came with a strategy. That's the important part. But there was no like flexible adaptation to it. It's very rigid. I think he was very fixated on the drive gauge as well when he was going up against Narikun. But listen, it worked out. Unfortunately, in his run back, I've got to give credit to Noah, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He used some tactics that were really effective, highly effective yesterday. And he said, well, we'll run it again in the exact same fashion as he done yesterday, which kind of thinks to me that Latif didn't really, he reflected on the set, but I don't think he watched it back for those nuanced situations.
We will be seeing Noah the Prodigy advancing into the next phase. His journey has not come to an end. But as we look at Group B, there are some more players that did unfortunately fall by the wayside. And we had high hopes for Riddles, didn't we? And I have to say, he certainly held himself, he carried himself well in that matchup. It was a great performance for him, falling short. And to lose in such a close fashion to a legendary name like Momochi, Justin, he has to find some pride in himself there. I know he's really disappointed. We've seen him on social media.
His offense was really strong, obviously what we saw. And the thing about Momochi, he's just clutch, because literally the one thing that saved him was the perfect parry at the last second. He was in the corner, one hit away from dying. Riddles had his level 3. He was lock and loaded. One perfect parry changed everything.
Well, we did say that, didn't we? We were talking backstage about Latif. Now, Latif has some fantastic results and incredible performances in his career, but he's talking about that competitive rust. He also has never been on a stage in this scale as Esports World Cup. Of course, he's in his own country. I'm sure sure he feels the pressure to perform there as well. And Momochi, he's been there, he's seen it all, he's performed everywhere, he's played everywhere, he's had victories on grand stages. He keeps his composure, doesn't he?
Yeah, he keeps his composure just because, I mean, Momochi's been in the game since, 2001, right? SBO champ, EVO champ, Capcom Cup champ. Like, he's just trying to collect.
Composure, though, didn't save him against Kawano Jammers in the end.
No, legit. Kind of a little bit of a repeat of as to what happened yesterday in the upper bracket of the set. But there's one thing, shout outs to Rinji, actually pointed this out, and I've noticed this for a couple of months now, but he's done it again. There's a strategy Kawano likes to use against a lot of players with the fireball. See if they perfect parry. That's planting the seed, and then he'll go ahead and do a drive rush behind it into the heavy adamant flame, because if you try and check that, then he's just going to get an abundance of damage. So really well played to Kawano there.
Kawano, once again, showing that composure, that big time, energy that he's got, that big stage composure and performance. He always seems to manage to clutch it out when it really matters, doesn't he?
Right, we saw it at Street Fighter League World Finals.
Yep.
We've seen it here. He just is so ready for all the players and their decisions on defense and on offense. And there was a moment where he got the back throw, and that's not what he wanted, but he immediately chased him down. Those minute decision-making moments are what let him stabilize and stay in. And I feel like moments like that you point out with the adamant fist, flame, whatever you want to call it, helped to allow him to get those jump-ins. So the jump-ins, the air fireballs weren't working out. That aerial approach started to work it out at the end because he had already established the ground game. So everything together, Kawano, he's a full package when it comes to Akuma.
Two great groups already wrapped up as we move through a day of crushed dreams and hopes. But if you're watching at home and you have that creative spark, there's some incredibly talented people out there, you can submit your fan art right now. Join the EWC Discord today at discord.gg/EWC. We want to see your fan art inspired by the Esports World Cup. And look, I definitely am expecting to see a few Punk and Shanghai portraits in there as well. That would be lovely to see. But anything that has inspired you over the past 7 weeks of the Esports World Cup, we want to see your creative energy. Get in the Discord, discord.gg/EWC, and submit your art. As you can see, the players arriving for our next two groups. And there he is, Dual Kevin, one of the hopes of North America there in Group C. He awaits in the decider match as Big Bird and Shuto will be our first two players going at it head to head. Big Bird securing the big win. Dual Kevin securing the big win against Big Bird, but it was Ending Walker that shut him out and advanced into the next round. We're going to be opening up with Big Bird and Shuto. This one, a huge match for us, guys. And I know, Jammers, you were very much looking forward to this one as one of your big fixtures of the day.
Yeah, I think both of these guys have got a very fluid and free-flowing play style. Obviously, Akuma does have the higher damage output, but Rashid, I guess in terms of tricks and magic tricks, I guess they're kind of equivalent in terms of the optionality that they both have. But I think we've seen Big Bird in this scenario before, where it's like he has to be put in a detrimental spot to really bring out the best of him playing under pressure. And I don't think Shuto's Akuma is the thing to do it with.
Marissa?
Maybe.
We'll find out. Let's hear from the man himself, Dual Kevin, who awaits the result of that first match in the decider match of Group C.
All right, so on day one, you got the job done in the mirror against Big Bird, and then Ending Walker got you. Today you're going to be going up against the winner of Big Bird and Shuto. How do you feel? What do you think is going to happen in that match, first of all?
It's hard to say. Two heavy hitters. I mean, that's a theme of this tournament, right? A heavy hitter anywhere you see in this bracket. I feel like it's very 50-50. I can't call who's going to win. Now, people have been asking me, who I prefer to play. Yeah.
Who do you prefer to play?
It's kind of, I feel like it'd be easier to say Big Bird, but it was because I just played him and beat him, right? But it was also 3-2,
Yeah.
So I don't know. He could have came through with that loss, had some ideas, come through with something special to beat me this time around. I think maybe because of that, maybe a little bit more Shuto, someone fresh. You don't have the loss.
Right.
Just right off your mind from yesterday. So I'd say him, if anything.
How do you guys feel? Let us know in the comments. Who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Big Bird? Is it going to be Shuto? Let us know how you think.
Some big fixtures coming up. And then you can see Group D, Juicy Joe looking to run the Kimberly Gauntlet. Psycho first. Matsu awaits in the decider match as well. That one is going to be equally as exciting. Two big groups coming up for you next, right here at the Esports World Cup for Street Fighter 6 Day 2. Hopes, dreams, and keys being crushed whilst players are securing their places in the next phase of competition. All that to come after this.
This land is calling.
Level up your gaming experience with over 8 billion playlists, only on Spotify, the official audio streaming partner for the 2025 Esports World Cup.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Street Fighter Live at the Amazon Arena here in Riyadh. And groups A and B so far are done and dusted. We'll have a little chat about those before we continue on with the rest. Though, how about an A? Latif coming back into a team kill, though.
Yeah.
Twisted Minds, they're at least moving on.
Hey, Latif, at the beginning, he going up against Naughty Kun. You see Naughty Kun came out with the notes and everything. Naughty Kun goes up 2-0. It was looking bad for my man Latif. And then he had the hometown power-up. Comes back 3 games straight. But sometimes you live by the sword and your damn show can die by it. Because in the next match, he goes up 2-0 on his teammate Noah the Prodigy, and then Noah brings it all the way back. Congratulations to Noah the Prodigy officially making it to the round robin stage. And then in Group B, we had Momoshi in a close 3-2 victory over Riddles, and then Kawano getting it done there. Kawano qualifies really quick, I want to make sure we shout out Riddles.
Hear this.
This guy came from another title over to Street Fighter 6, and it actually already has become this godlike, qualifying through LCQ, only 22 years old. To say that the future is bright will be an absolute understatement.
Yeah, there's a lot of youngsters that are coming in, especially like going through LCQs is very difficult. It was stacked. Every day we're finishing last week, we're gonna check into what's happening on the Street Fighter stage on the other side of the boulevard, just see what's going on. It's stacked, the amount of players that are competing in there, coming in on your own dime and still making it to the stage here. That is an achievement and a half. Only 22, a whole long career ahead of you, that's for sure.
Hey, you know what? I love all that positivity, but at the same time, I like negativity a little bit more. That's why I got on all black today. Today is Elimination Day. Whole lot of funerals when it comes to people's dreams. And behind me right here is Elimination match. We have the one and only Big Bird going head to head with Shuto, and only one is going to stay alive in this tournament. Let's get straight to the action.
Yesterday, we saw all the players qualifying into the top 16. Today is the day of heartbreak. We are seeing players eliminated, and it's tough to watch, but you know what? We're going to be calling the action here. My name is James Chen, and I am with the man, the myth, the legend, IFC. Yipes!
I appreciate the hug, too, Jay. Well, man, I wish I could hug everybody at home. I hope you're enjoying the show. This is going to be epic proportions of matches moving forward. Just to piggyback on what James Chen said, yes, somebody's going to be going to the spectator seat, and somebody's going to be moving on into the playoff side of the losers bracket. So this is going to be interesting. Of course, it's going to be none other than Shuto versus Big Bird. Big Bird suffering to duel Kevin 3-2. But again, just to touch up on what Jammer said, yes, he kind of got to get reminded of why he's in these type of tournaments, and he's going to have to turn it up. And it usually does it. He does it in the loser, so I do agree with him with there. Something about Big Bird where he just has to get comfortable is what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of those players out there that seem to always do better when their back is against the wall. I mean, again, I know I mention this all the time, but, you know, John Choi, he always had the John Choi route from a long time ago. He would go to the losers bracket first round and then win the tournament. You know, it's just one of those situations there. But, you know, continuing that tradition, a lot of players do play better when they know they're about to be eliminated. And so let's see if Big Bird can handle Shuto. It's Rashid versus Akuma. Let's go!
Let me tell you something about Shuto I need to highlight. His big toe game, bananas. And I'm talking about the standing short. You already see him whipping it already. Look at it right there. And he confirmed it, too. Usually, people commit, rightfully so, right? If you got full drive gauge, no problem. You're not really losing anything. But he's so good at buffering it. It's like a DP, a Tatsu, whatever the case may be. Very solid. But he's in a throw loop situation. It looks like it's Shuto's favorite series.
Ooh, but Shuto pressed the button in the air because I think he thought he could get the cross up. And that man, Big Bird, could actually get the punish on landing. He takes round number one.
Let's go, the spacing. I like how Big Bird is trying to invite the normals. That way he can go for the whip punish. No buffer there, but you know, it is a sign of life here for Big Bird. Whip shot. No connection. Nice catch on the jump back right here. Big Bird.
Yeah, and Shuto gonna bust out over here. Obviously, Shuto using the Akuma here. He does have the Marisa. He's been bringing out the Marisa, but choosing to go with the Akuma here because that's who he used when Marisa was, let's just say, not that great.
Good. You know, she plays off of human error, so I don't even think it got to do with tears.
Oh
my God.
No.
The back throw. Just to finish the job, I was to say for more meter build, but it's over. What the hell am I talking about? Okay, Big Bird.
Nice.
Let's go.
We're getting shades of what it felt like at Capcom Cup with the people with the signs and everything like that. It's so cool.
Let's go. But this is Shuto, ladies and gentlemen. This is AKA from the Crazy Raccoons, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, you better watch those rabies, Big Bird. They're about to get real serious. Keep him pressing his corner low on the drive gauge, and he backs off. He's trying to stay away from those big buttons. That way, don't shade the drive gauge. Oh, whip punish right there. Could have been a sweep possibly, but we ain't taking those risks. We're a professional here. Shuto is on the defensive end at all times.
Couple of counter hits not confirmed, but he's gonna get the punish counter on the throw. And you see a nice sweet 2,000 damage right there from those throws.
Yikes. So duele mucho means it hurts a lot in Spanish. All right, chuck that plasma already. Shuto looking a little more awake now. It took him about 3 rounds, but he's here. Nice. For the proper frame advantage, the shimmy. You bite. That means I'm right. That makes sense? No, I'm just trying to rhyme here, James. We're going to go for the overhead, no, another throw.
Oh, tried to go for the drive rush overhead, but there we go. Big Bird busting out, trying to charge up the win shot. Shuto not, oh, we are dropping combos here, but it doesn't matter. Shuto, yes, that is right. Shuto, win.
She was laughing so deviously, like she was evil. Like, yes, Akuma! Let's go. That could have been a confirmable. Speaking of which, target combo. That is free advantage right there on the knockdown. Looks like Big Bird trying to jump and walk back. Now he's getting exposed in this corner. Another throw here for Shuto. No, killing those frames with a counter hit.
Yeah, and the side switch, obviously using the OD Eagle Spike to get to the other side. We've got the second win coming out over here. Ooh, level 2 super.
And it's spinning with a smile on his face. Let's go. Overhead, yes, but good block here from Shuto and a good technical. Release me.
Good defense. Oh, the chop. Just said nah.
Man is walking forward. Those 2 medium kicks is just a sign that Shuto is not blocking. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, the super Rashid the kicker.
Yep.
Taking it for Big Bird here.
You know, you should keep your hat off sometimes, Big Bird. That might be the power-up. No, I rarely see his hair.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is it like kind of like a backwards, what is it, Samson and Delilah thing? You know, you cut his hair, he loses all of his strength, but if he exposes his hair, he's all good here.
Let the brain breathe. Yes, trying to get the perfect parry on the Adamant Flame. No bite, no animation, so we back into the opening gambit once again. The neutral's looking good on the cobblestone. Unhand me. Good throw escape, and the Diva Cliff finds his mark.
Tried to fake a throw there, went for the standing medium punch after the Adamant Flame. Oh, the sweep! That hit on like the tip of the toes.
Wow, what a way to call him out, Shuto. Not big damage, but he does get a corner carry almost. Nice technical there from Big Bird. You gotta be careful. I feel like Shuto is conditioning him early.
Oh, no, a dropped combo. And remember, Shuto dropped the combo against Itazan at Combo Breaker, which cost him the match. He doesn't want to repeat that again. Oh, but he's burned out, so not going to be able to punish, but just gets the meaty in there.
To be honest, I feel like he could have just took it one throw. He would have reset it neutral, right? Burned out on Shuto's side. That means a free level 2 for Big Bird. I didn't see his meter gain, though, so I could be incorrect here. So beautiful stuff. We're going to go for the anti-air, no? Yeah, take the throw now. Reset the neutral. Oh, good block.
Yeah, just try to sneak in that little overhead there. Do like seeing players using those overheads more often outside of just those kill situations. Oh, the punish counter.
Oh, nice. Sniped out the backdash? Really? Over the jump attack? Oh, almost. Wow, this is the big toe reach? He said, oh, yeah. One knockdown, we score here for Big Bird. That is a level 2.
Oh, the timing! The timing on that button was so good.
That was a delayed delivery right there, James. The Adamant Flame immediately. He need to buy some time to touch the green inside of the drive gate.
Ooh, and now we get the wall splat, so we get bonus damage here. Ooh, the air Tatsu.
Classic.
Whoa. And that's going to miss and give Shuto the game right there.
You know what? I don't know if that kind of kept him in the air a little bit to avoid either the jab or the throw tech.
Yeah, so like if you think they're gonna empty jump into throw, you might press the throw.
Levitate a little
and maybe the Tatsu does change that a little bit. I'm not sure, but
I think that's what it is, James. You might be right, because I thought he was trying to go for a crossover, but he just didn't realize that his back was to the wall, but that might be a thing. Maybe we're looking too much into it.
Yeah, I know,
it's
right?
It's pretty epic. That's the beautiful part about it, figuring out what the players is thinking at the moment. Yeah.
And even just like when you're watching, you're like, wait, why did he do that? And it's like, people need to watch matches, man. You learn so much just from watching. Oh, Big Bird starting here. And of course, remember, Big Bird was up 2-0. But how many 0-2 comebacks have we seen here at the Esports World Cup this week alone?
That's the beautiful part about 3 out of 5, James. The fact that everybody can readapt without worrying about getting walked first 2 games. Nice. Love the anti-air. Ooh, the throw got bodied by the wake of Go Shoryu. I thought that was the commando. That's why you've seen Big Bird commit to buttons early on regardless.
Yeah, but I'm surprised because, I mean, if Shuto had actually gone for the throw, I think he actually would have connected it because he actually made it through Big Bird. But here we go. Big Bird, nice juggle off the wind shot. Alley-oop to himself for the super Rashid the kicker.
All right, let's get into that +1 range with the stand strong, Rashid. That's when the conditioning begins. Okay. Give me that. No? You didn't want to put it in your back pocket? You got to, probably try to snipe out a drive rush behind the fireball.
And there he goes, gonna get the combo. Look at the corner push. The throw is gonna put him all the way in the drive rush. Right back in there with the heavy kick. Shuto just eating that.
getting mauled in this corner. Wow, off the trade, he got enough. Back, Big Bird, you don't drop this. You move forward to try to get revenge on Dual Kevin, and you finish the job. That is the match we're going to get. Credit to Shudo, but he's going to go into the back of the spectator seat, somewhere in that arena to chill with the homies. But we appreciate you and your performance throughout, well, hell, the whole season. Whatever you're involved in, you're pretty godlike, sir. But today, you will become a spectator. Big Bird moves on.
Yeah, and we see the fans out there for Team Reject cheering for Big Bird out there. It's always funny to me because, you know, you were talking about, you know, conditioning your opponents and stuff, right? Like, it's weird how fighting games are kind of backwards, right? Because you got to condition them and then you wash them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So we got a little backwards here. So.
Yeah. I mean, Shuto, I feel like in this case, he just had trouble slowing down Angry Bird. Once he got that one conditioned situation where it's a throw or you saw or just the overhead, there's a whiff punish, hell. That's when Big Bird just got really comfortable, to be honest.
Wins. But unfortunately, that was just that one game that he had. Big Bird coming right back to finish it off over there. And I mean, I've always said, Big Bird is a person that you can know what he's thinking by looking at his facial expressions. He does not hide how he's feeling on his face, right? And you can tell with that win, though, with even hearing, you know, the Reject fans cheering for him, it's still muted because he knows there's one more in it and he wants that revenge against Dual Kevin. But before that, the Crusher taking out the key.
Look at him, he's like, yes. He's like, yes. You ain't cracking mine today.
Oh, man. There was definitely some sort of like sadistic joy you could see on Big Bird's face there. So, but Dual Kevin is the one that's coming after Big Bird here. He's the one who sent Big Bird to losers. This is a run back. Oh, I love the dusting off the shoulders. Let's go.
Chillin', man. We got Reject's own Big Bird taking on plain clothes Dual Kevin. Straight out the closet, Dual Kevin, yes. But respect to him, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of esports teams watching right now. You got talent on that stage, hold the boy down. He will put the work in for you. Well,
just to speak on Dual Kevin's behalf, he had an amazing year last year, and this year he is looking to be even stronger. You gotta pick this boy up for your team.
Look at the stats. The last time they met, of course, that was the previous set. Dual Kevin did send Big Bird to lose as well. 3-2. Total whiff punishes 10. Love who's keeping count on that. Missed DI'd reaction. That means Dual Kevin is getting a little older. And we got times in burnout. I can see that because Big Bird is more of the aggressor in terms of trying to wail at the drive gate, so I can see that actually happening. Or, so it's 7 times that he went into burnout. Okay, I'm just getting the stat right. All right.
So shout outs to our boy Lazarus, who's been taking care of all the stats. So yeah,
Lazarus,
shout outs to him.
my boy.
I've always said, to get these kind of stats requires somebody really to kind of take one for the team doing that work. It is not an easy job. No. So shout outs to Lazarus, all the credit to him and all the stats takers that we have throughout the FGC.
Yeah, man.
At live events, and even like, for example, like Incross and his Liquipedia crew. We've got the Cat Cammy and Aliet Faye all doing all these cool little data on information on like how many characters are being picked and such. So
wow, that's nice. Okay, successful anti-air is 100%. I believe it. Woo! Every time I watch him play online, you can't jump on this guy. That's the whole point. He's just trying to get you annoyed. Be like, man, I can't hit this guy from this face. Let me get some blocks done on the jump in. No, Dual Kevin denies that at all times. I actually got to see this match. I missed it a little bit. I think I was having a little bit of food when this match was going on. And I was like, yo, who won that match? And I looked back and it was Dual Kevin. So let's see what Big Bird got to say. Remember, he does tend to start a little slow. Not all the time. Sometimes he come out the gate swinging. But EWC, there's so much competition here when it comes to the quality of players here.
Oh, yeah.
And come on.
I mean, the matches that we have been seeing over here so far have just been absolutely off the charts. You know, even starting off the day with that Latif match against Nadikun. So, yeah.
My Habibi should have thrown him more.
But here we go. The Rashid Mir match, as we've seen in the first day.
Let's see. We're trying to set the tone first.
But
I
again,
like that.
it's a very distinct play styles here. Big Bird is active. He's always swinging buttons, throwing wind shots. And Dual Kevin, you just see him kind of walking back and forth, trying to play that neutral.
Yeah, he's really keen in terms of spacing, for sure. Nice anti-air already. Okay, Big Bird looks like he did his homework. Oh, the delay got exposed right there with the quick wake-up jab from Dual Kevin. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dual Kevin feels like, all right, you're about to do this right now. You know, obviously these guys are Rashid players, so they know each other's tendencies, which makes this even more interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And then on top of it, I'm like, maybe you guys just can't fight your character. You know?
I mean, a lot of times too, when you fight someone who plays the character so differently than you, you're like, I would never have done that at that moment, and you know, but they think differently. But Dual Kevin is gonna get the stun in the corner off the DI, and round 1 to Dual Kevin.
Man, I wonder if he could have actually reacted with the level 1 and burnt them out. But you know what? That's a decision you got to make in that scenario. Do you want to spend that cash and not have the level 2 in the next round? Big decision to make there from Big Bird. I like that, just to hold his balls. And here comes the maulage here from Dual Kevin. The low, looks like he called him Tekken.
Yeah, turned the low into the strike throw mix up there. And now, here we go, he's got the level 3, and Dual Kevin is gonna put a game on the board here against Big Bird.
Listen,
Picture perfect.
Dual Kevin, it's like all of a sudden he plays slow pace. He got your tendencies in terms of how you want to poke back, and then he just hits you with ballistic offense. This man stays on your ass like flies on poop. Let me tell you something, bro. That's what Rashid does. That is what Rashid does at the end of the day. Let's see how Big Bird bounces back.
Now I'm just thinking about the poop and then the whirlwinds, and I don't even want to go any further at this point in time. So yeah, that's just disgusting. Okay.
Right, here we go. Opening game of time once again. Big Bird, how you feeling? The jumping, nice pocket. Let me get a throw. No, not even. See, that would have worked out. I feel like people, I don't know what it is. I think people just are so conditioned to just try to wash the drive gauge as much as possible. But you would think, and mind you, defensive technicals does give you a bar of drive gauge. So everybody's trying to snipe out the delay tags or whatever the case may be. But you might as well commit to just try to go for the throw early on. That way you can open them up. You can open them up later down in the set. Oh no,
boy! And yeah, baits out the level 1 here. How much meter is he going to use on this? Oh, didn't get the one-frame juggle there, but then the shimmy
Plain clothes Dual Kevin is doing numbers right now. I'm gonna need Big Bird to raise that difficulty setting, at least 1 star. Right now, Dual Kevin has played this before. Nice whip punish, good starter, big buttons. Can I get another throw? Yes. See, condition him now, open it up later.
Oh, he got caught.
You never think it's gonna hit that high, you know?
Right, exactly. He's always got that little starting kick right there that just hits way down there. Oh, nice. Obviously not a confirm, but maybe confirmed that he was standing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to walk back. A lot of Rashid, especially any high-paced character, fast-paced, they're always going to walk back, look for a whip punish. So that was a great low forward from Dual Kevin.
Yeah, most of the times those confirms are just based on the fact that you know the opponent is standing, which with a lot of players, they can low block at the last second and get you to waste that meter.
Yep. He's trying to look for the launch or the punish counter. He's usually using that for pressure to drive gauge, sure, but for the punish counter.
Oh, a nice side switch right there.
Oh! Right on the abdomen.
We are seeing a lot of successful shimmies here in this match.
Shave him off. Oh my God, that could have been a stand fist low forward. Whatever you could have picked there. We got level 2, not yet.
But Big Bird, unfortunately, very low on that drive gauge, so we're not going to see any of that cancel until it gets above that 3-bar threshold. Shoutouts to Ringe for that term right there.
Yeah. My God. Woo! On the jump back, land right on the category 5. Not necessary. Good adjustments there, Big Bird. So I feel like Big Bird in the last match, he was just walking forward into too much normals. Obviously, he's trying to walk forward and then block in time, but he keeps getting clipped. Now he's being a little more extra careful. As you can see right there, his defense is getting a little more sharper here than
And yeah, you see him catching that crouching medium kick. He's finding that same, again, that crouching medium kick right there. He's starting to get a better read on Dual Kevin's neutral game and when he's crouching.
There we go, Kev, get money. This is all for the meter build. All for the meter build, so we can get that category 5. I want to see barnyards and cars in the air.
Those punish counters also drained a lot of that, but that throw tech gave Big Bird a nice block back, so a lot safer here.
Walk back on that. Yo, Rashid, my man said wake up crouching strong to snipe out the delay or the stagger. What?
And now Dual Kevin activates the second wind right here.
Don't worry, he's gonna be like, look at me, it's like, my turn in a minute. Hold on, pose right there. Oh my God, he gotta guess. Whoa, the technical. He gotta guess again, the technical. Let me get that. Barnyards and cars in the air, there it is.
My turn. How's he gonna handle? Oh, Dual Kevin trying to walk in and get as much of it away as possible, but not gonna help.
Oh, the throw, he had to guess it. Well, I mean, obviously it wasn't a pixel like, but 25%. Well, actually, I like a little bit about 10 or 13, but you gotta guess nonetheless in that scenario.
That's what makes Isar so scary, is that you can't escape it, you can't avoid it, and then once he kicks it at you, you gotta guess. But a bait on the OD spinning mixer.
Man, he just went right back in there. Drive rush, standing light kick. Why the hell not? That's, you know, it's good to drive rush with the faster buttons in case people trying to check, trying to like catch them second guessing. Oh yeah,
this is done right here. Big Bird ties it up 2 apiece. Who is going to advance into the next phase? And remember, the person who makes it out of this on loser side doesn't even make it into the top 16. They get into the round robin phase, so they have one more step, but only one of these 2 players is going to make it there.
Well, I feel like Dual Kevin just, not that he's slowed down, but I think he's just looking for a little too much. I feel like he got to be active himself, even if he's not opening anybody up, because one of his key go-tos in terms of really testing somebody's reactions and see how they want to press buttons is that standing medium kick. He'll do standing medium kick, wait, probably another one, wait, and then if you see something with, he'll go for a stand fierce, right? Or he'll actually bait out for a parry from time to time, but I feel like he's too focused on looking for something super specific, and it might be the whip punishes, and not giving an opportunity for Big Bird to just get his maul. It's like, oh, you want to whip? But whip this right close to you, right next to you. This is the buttons, the offense.
Well, good start for Dual Kevin. Immediately gets the corner, and then the crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel. And now the continued pressure. Yeah, no drive cancel that time because obviously he didn't want to burn himself out. But he has gotten to the 3-bar threshold. But he's not going to need to worry about that drive gauge because he's got even the better resource, which is number of rounds.
Talk to him, James. Ooh, almost got the whip punish there on the jab. Tranquilo, papi.
Ooh,
On the
counter hit. Counter hit confirmed. Nicely done.
Wow, we challenged that. That is cost 1.
And now same mix-up. Ooh, he actually read the empty into the throw. Ooh, too close.
Slap right on your dad hat. Oh, right back at you. We almost built in that meter.
Sorry.
I'm glad you can enjoy some dad jokes, huh?
All right, here we go. Big combo now for Dual Kevin. Very scary situation for Big Bird because they're also, I mean, he's also down on super meter, but Dual Kevin burns himself out. That is life for Big Bird.
That is. That's Kevin's favorite button. I mean, every Rashid, to be honest. Nice catch! Amazing.
What a reaction!
Was it?
Or, I mean, it might have been he was just doing it, right?
He's ridiculous, so I'm going to just give it to him. He reacted. Plain clothes get better execution sometime, you know? Let's go, man. Okay, but Big Bird got to think about it. Don't overthink it. You're doing just fine. He was just on the receiving end of some maulage, and it's okay.
And that's actually really important to say, too, because, you know, there's still that kind of feel like, oh, I got perfected or whatever. Dude, Street Fighter 6 is such a momentum-heavy game.
Yes.
You shake that off. Like, you're going to get mauled. The best players are going to get mauled all day. So, don't take it to heart.
Nah, man. Like I said, look, this is fighting games, baby. Unless, of course, this is going to become a team thing, like down the pipeline with many events or whatever the case may be. There can only be one.
Yep.
So
and Big Bird is trying to be at least the one to get into that round-robin phase here with a great start. It is 2-2, so this is the final game. Nice!
I wonder if that's why the Rashid go for that. That was ridiculous. I know that worked.
Because I think it was a forced knockdown situation. I'm not sure. I didn't see what he got hit out of. Well, a perfect here to start for Big Bird. He is at match point to get revenge against Dual Kevin, who beat him on the winner's side.
I think Kev tried to do the wind escape. He put the stand. He probably clipped that and got the counter.
Yeah, and that would have been a forced knockdown situation so that the forward medium punch could juggle.
Let's go. Think about it. Ooh, the throw. That looked like a delayed cross throw. I would have took the throw regardless.
Yeah, no, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was scary.
I mean, honestly, taking that one throw is kind of a win for Dual Kevin.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
No puns intended. Oh, watch it. Be careful. You're low on the drive gauge, so you just don't want to throw those parries out there. Nice challenge.
Oh,
For the
okay.
burnout.
Sorry, didn't be able to dash him out. No, he was too close. So he's just going for all the chip right here. Yeah, found the time. He knows Rashid.
Oh my God. This is a moment right here. Dual Kevin. He can't afford to get hit anymore. One more hit here from Big Bird. He is touching grass very quickly on the drive gate. Nice Jimmy.
He's only got a Rashid to kick. He doesn't spend it.
But speaking of which, that's that.
Yes, it is. Oh my God, the Super Rashid the kicker for Big Bird is gonna take it, and he exacts his revenge on Dual Kevin, and that means he will be advancing to the next round. His hopes of getting in that top 16 still alive here.
Damn, who flew everyone out? Yo, I'm like, I see everybody with reject jerseys. That's fine, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the rejects crew.
Dude,
But,
a bunch of all the teams have like all their fans over here, dude. It's crazy.
What a momentum-based matchup right here, right? Whoever got it going was pretty much the victor. I mean, it went back and forth. It was 2-2. Dual Kevin started hot, but Big Bird just started making some proper adjustments and started being a little more aggro himself, which definitely scored the W on his side. Team Rejects on Big Bird moves forward, never backward. And mind you, this only gets better for him because you know what type of player Big Bird is. He rides on that momentum.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the fascinating part about this, Dual Kevin beat Big Bird 3-2 on the winner's side, and then loses 2-3 here. So you feel like, yeah, super even match between the two players. I mean, came down to that last interaction right there. So, you know, really, I would love to see a watch like a 1st to 50, and, you know, it would be like 24-24 at the end.
Yeah. Yo, but it's kind of crazy, though. Like, did he have a round to give? Speaking of which, we're going to give me this.
Remember how?
Damn, that's 2 of them? Yo,
remember
Big Bird,
the evil grin on his face earlier? Let's see if he gets another evil grin here.
He's like, damn, I hate to do this to you, Dual Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, he actually, you see him close his eyes?
He's like, oh, wow, big damage. Oh, wow, big damage. Damn, Kev.
Oh, now he's wiping his head. I mean, look, obviously they're both Rashid players, so they respect each other so much, right?
Yeah.
But we got here Juicy Joe coming into the house here. As I mentioned yesterday, if you knew about him in Europe, you knew how scary he was. But I love that he was able to make a name for himself at Capcom Cup.
Yo, but shout out to Psycho, though. Brooklyn's own, went to Florida. I hear he's in Texas now. But, man, I'm very proud of this guy, making a lot of strides throughout the year, from the online tournaments, offlines, the SFL. This guy has been stepping his game up tremendously, and he deserves to be in this grand stage.
Oh, yeah.
Going up against Juicy Joe, listen, I had the privilege to do SFL EU, so shout out to Cash Brown for the folks to bring me out there. I always seen Juicy Joe's name spoken of when Phenom had to do something with it, or I just see, like, results from the World Warrior, whatever the case may be, right? I actually got the privilege to watch this guy play in person. My God, his JP is ridiculous.
Yeah, but as you can see right there, 0% rounds won in the first match. He did get 3-0'd by Matsu, but again, he's just in such an unfortunate position because he's got 2 Kimberleys and a Bison in his pool, and like both of those characters just happen to be the characters that are really good at getting in on JP.
Yeah, man. Psycho, I'm sorry, my brother, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just about to say, and Psycho, I mean, look, I'm trying not to show my bias here right now, but like, I think Psycho might be the best Kimberly on the planet right now. He is so good because he also has that fundamentals. You know what I mean? His neutral is so strong with her, with a character whose neutral is not as good as a lot of other characters.
That walk speed, though, James.
Yeah, the walk speed is everything for her.
Let's go. Watch that stand fierce. Whole 9 frames, I believe. Could be wrong, but man, it just leads it to so much. I love the pressure always on the low starter. Obviously, she doesn't really get any 2-on-1s from any of her lows, really.
Right.
But she can start the pressure with the low forward, always.
But you can already, that's twice. He just run into a couple of buttons right there.
So that's the thing about JP, right? Obviously, he gets mauled on the defensive end, but once he gets his momentum going and everything is put in place, the departures and all that, he is just very healthy when it comes to controlling the screen.
And honestly, after the nerf, oh, did he press a button? He did, wow. And probably not going to spend, no, he does spend the can. You get better Oki with the can, but obviously that means you're down to 1 can here, so no more double can shenanigans here.
Oh, try to go for the air throw. If he jump, can you jump back throw in this game? I don't remember. No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I could be wrong.
JP, you mean?
No, just in general. Like, you can't just jump back and throw. Now, that would have been OD. No.
Oh, he's going to get the explosion. The juggle here has to burn himself out to keep the combo going. He's got the level 1, but no can. Is this going to kill? No, it's just shy.
Nice air throw. Woo, the meaty stuff. He was in burnout. He tried to do something. He knows he was going to be in blocks all day. Yeah. So he just went to go for something there. So
yeah, because he had spent that level 1 as well. So even if he had blocked that, the OD tree glove right there, it would have been something in the drive impact, and that would have been it right there.
Look at that. He's doing the drop, leads into this. This is where Juicy Joe has been getting comfortable in this group, in the corner.
And that's the risk of trying to chase down when she does the arc step. It just bounces off. If you drive rush forward, Kimberly can hit you before you can block or anything.
Man, that was so sneaky. Standing meter kick to just reload. I respect that. I mean, the burnout, there's not much that you can be threatened with, right? No drive gauge available for a big combo. You're going to have to sit back and relax, man. Hit him with the back scratcher. The paranormal activity. Get off of me. You're good with golf. I see why you're so cool with the green.
Golf swing. Hey, we saw some of the players using that virtual golf stuff here at Esports World Cup.
The departure.
Maybe they learned from JP.
Okay.
Okay.
Use that cash.
But you got to be careful because you can see Psycho so low on drive gauge right now. He gets clipped by that standing heavy punch. That'll guarantee be killed so long as Juicy Joe doesn't drop the combo, which he doesn't, and bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Say Steve. He calls that the Shadow Christmas tree. Is that what you called it? Something like that. Oh, Psycho Christmas tree. Yeah, there you go.
Psycho.
Shout out to my beloved man. His birthday passed not too long ago, man. So happy belated to my guy.
Okay. Shout out to Tasty Steve. We all love him. Miss him.
Esteban Sabroso. Team Ninjas in Pajamas is in the mix versus Virtus Pro. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, getting familiar with all these esports teams, you know, I just love following the people, you know what I'm saying?
Of course,
I learned the teams after, you know? All right, here we go, wake up jab, no counter hit here for Psycho.
Ooh.
He's trying to catch maybe a jump back, a parry, hit the brakes with the stand strong, possibly. Oh, the spacing. Yep, that's the momentum for JP. That is key. Just keep it going. Once you score a knockdown, departure immediately. But we have the bar for the finish. Level 1. No.
Oh, he just saved it for the ground spike because again, Kimberly was burned out right there, right? So I think he had that opportunity right there.
Interesting. I want to see how plus that is needy. The spike.
Not baited right there. Oh, there we go. Activates. And oh my God, what a read by Psycho. Got the air throw. And yet, oh, the alley-oop to yourself.
Oh, but we dropped the combo. It's all right. Burnout. Uh-oh. Oh, fitty.
Oh,
no. My legs. Let's go to jumping. The big old missile drop kick. Check the shoes.
Ow. Still in range for that throw. Gonna let it go here, and it is a critical art. So for sure, this is gonna take the round.
Absolutely, and we got some buffs to take it. 90% to 100% scaling, eh? That's about to get nasty.
So now, not only is her damage now normalized here, but she has even faster walk speed.
Yeah. Nice. Had the right idea, but was still recovering from the backdash. We couldn't get the crouch and fierce in time.
All right, nice. Gonna drive rush in there. Yep, very, very meaty.
Nice. Love air throws. Man, it reminds me of a certain game. I love it. That's it.
Fortunately, JP doesn't get a big old combo off that air throw, but you know.
Drive gauge low, man.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, what do you do? No, doesn't get through the projectiles. That's why Juicy Joe went with the tree glove. And Juicy Joe definitely did his homework.
Let's go, Juicy
yesterday, because like I said, Matsu 3-0 over him, but Psycho, I said Psycho might be the best Kimberly on the planet, but according to Juicy Joe, Matsu might be the scarier Kimberly to deal with.
2-0, yeah, he's looking like a different person, man. That is Juicy Joe. You know very well who you are. And if you know, you know. Oh, nice anti-air.
And then run back to the same side, to switch again.
Let's go. The Busha Tatsumaki.
Oh, that's baited. Here's time for the damage. Yeah. Oh, use all that gauge.
Just to finish the job, and that's how you do it. Psycho's definitely showing some signs of life here. Being a little more aggressive, as you should. Remember, that is the game plan with JP. You shut down his momentum on the keep away. You're doing just fine. You just got to be careful with the amnesia. I feel like it's going to pop out.
Yeah, look at all
slowly but surely.
Gauge being deleted. He went from like almost 6 bars to just the 2 bars. And the punish counter, if he can combo into the level 1 or the level 3, let's just go for it. So that's going to be a burnout and a huge life lead here.
Yeah, I'm loving this from Psycho. You know, a lot of people stagger against JP because of the amnesia, but he is not slowing down at all. He's like, yo, you got to make me believe that you're going to stop me. While the drive impact.
And again, if you're Juicy Joe, and even if you expected that drive impact, I think doing the level 1 there to beat it would have been a mistake, right? Well, I guess it was the last round. If it wasn't the last round,
yeah,
for sure, it would have been a mistake. But since that was the last round, yeah, do it.
Gotcha. Oh, what a reset. On hit, too. Let's go. Actually, no, the stand strong hit after the block. Thanks. All right, let's set it up. Let's depart. So we got to go somewhere.
After the arc step, remember the first time Juicy Joe drive rushed and got checked. The second time, Psycho drive rushed forward. And that time, Juicy Joe was waiting for it, and so he checked the drive rush.
Okay, looking for that shimmy. It's about 4 times Psycho did that same setup looking for the shimmy. I feel like Juicy Joe will bite very soon. That is, of course, if Psycho has control of the scenario. Let's set up the meaty spike. No, not even. We got plus frames, though, regardless.
Oh, wow.
The Fisherman Joe. That's Fisherman Joe. Let's go. Do enjoy this. Nobody enjoys this. Wow, we found the pocket. He didn't block. I mean, he probably didn't expect it.
We got the hit here, but fortunately Juicy Joe does not have any meter to drain that the drive gauge, but it doesn't matter. He gets that round anyway, and now Juicy Joe poised to be able to take this. Woo!
Big brown house. Big shoes. That's not even a caught the back dash. I was still stuck in the corner, but that's all right. We got Juicy Joe closer and closer to a dehydrated state. The burnout.
What?
Oh, still recovering.
It might have been too early, I think it was, so. But here we go. Now Juicy Joe got the crouch heavy punch on deck.
Oh, no.
Kimberly's got one, too.
Oh, did it get the punish in time? That was kind of like a bit of a meaty throw, if you will. Like he was landing into the throw. So I can see why he could recover. He covered in time. Uh-oh.
All right, here we go. Corner's position here. Oh, just smacked that leg.
Oh, no. You've seen it in Psycho's face. This is not what he wanted to be in right now. He's still good. He got some drive gauge.
Oh,
wow, wake up buttons. I respect that. No!
Missed that combo. He was too far away. He tried to go for it. Did Juicy Joe press a button?
Not at all.
He jumped. Juicy Joe is going to take out one of the Kimberlys and advance forward, conquering one of his demons here. I mean, like I said, coming into this pool, you're just like, oh my God, there are so many Kimberlys here. And to be able to get past one of them, and in fact, one of the best on the planet, I still stand by that. Juicy Joe gotta feel very, very proud and happy of himself for that victory.
I mean, you saw him flexing that SFL ring, man. At the end of the day, they did win the U.S. Finals on the FlyQuest side of things, so big ups to those guys. But, man, I mean, the story has been told us that Juicy Joe pretty much got washed yesterday. Looks like he went back to the lab and he thought about it a second, you know what I'm saying? He just kept his keep away very active. And then I like his the different looks, too. So one of the things when you fight JP, you want to slow down your offense because, of course, you're worried about the amnesia. So credit to Juicy Joe for not cracking. He always picked his spots when he wanted to be amnesia, and it was the good spots to get him out of harm's way. So credit to Juicy Joe. And, of course, credit to Psycho, man. Of course, made it far here, qualifying again through the SFL World Finals. And he just recently got top 8 at Blink Respawn.
Yeah. And you know what? I always say this about Juicy Joe. I know that this is something that a lot of people have heard me talk about, but I am so, like, I admire him so much because when JP got all those nerfs, he was like, doesn't matter. I'm going to stick with this character. He was still getting second places and third places and first places and such.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt. Yo, I like everybody's reaction when it's happening because it's like the first time they're going up there to use the crusher. So he's just looking. He didn't even flinch. He just had his eyebrows up like, that's how it looked. Okay.
He was like, that was fun.
Yeah.
I may want to do this again.
Well, he can. He does have an opportunity to do it again because he does have a chance to get that revenge on Matsu. Wow, this is what you earned. This is your reward for crushing one of the medallions, if you was one of the keys, going up against the guy that sent you to the losers, Matsu. Now, mind you, I didn't really hear about this guy until this tournament. Now, question, can you answer this for me? Did he qualify through the LCQ?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Nice. There was so much
Matsu's
going on.
been playing Kimberly for a very, very long time. A lot of people had always pointed to him as one of the strongest Japanese Kimberlys out there, so.
This is the first set right here. Oh, body. Juicy Joe, that's a good start. And you just beat up a Kimberly, a good one, too. So you're 1-0 right now.
You're like, now I've got all the information I need.
Man, you a scissors guy, huh? Okay.
I mean, it's really interesting, it's not even like whether they played rock, scissors, or papers, but how their mind is on whether they decide to switch or not, you know? And Jammers and I were talking, in the green room over there, and Jammers was even saying, like, just go for the throws early on, and you can tell so much about the player based on that one interaction. Like the first or two times you go for a throw, you can learn so much about a player. Are they just panic teching, or do they just take the throw, et cetera, et cetera? You learn a lot about personalities that way.
Yep. The folks that like to take the throw, maybe on the third or fourth go, that's when you're going to start seeing the delays pop out. But let's see how these guys condition themselves here. Juicy Joe again. NIP, Ninjas in Pajamas, representing today. Great pickup, by the way. So if you guys are listening, great job. Of course, joining the likes of Veggie and Phenom, which is pretty sick. Shout out to those guys. It's like one of my favorites in terms of content nowadays. Whenever they get a chance to do it, they always put some cool stories and stuff that you could really relate to. But that's here nor there. Juicy Joe is well prepared. He's warmed up. Again, I'm a firm believer of whoever stays on the hot seat is going to stay hot. Of course, he just finished crushing Psycho's key, and he's on the verge. Well, he's eyeing to crush Matsu's.
Yes, let's see. Like we've been saying, clearly he went back and did some Kimberly labbing here to make sure that he was ready. And let's see if it's actually good enough to take out the man who sent him down to the loser's bracket. And that is, of course, Matsu 56.
It's either Matsu's going to get washed. It's going to be a close set. But I know he's going to approach this a little different. I want to see what he does different compared to Psycho. It wasn't a bad match. It went back and forth. It's just obviously Juicy Joe was the victor. So we'll see what happens. But I always love this. I'm a big fan of the cat and mouse defense versus offense, even though his defense is clearly offense when I'm talking about the side of JP. So I want to see how this plays out, man. It's going to be one of my favorite shows right here. I guarantee it.
Yeah, so, just off the bat here, Matsu is definitely has a lot more of the, I don't want to call them shenanigans, the Kimberly, mix-ups, the tricks and stuff like that. And he's definitely a lot more kinetic. Like I said, Psycho, a very neutral, heavy player. He lived with Punk for a while, and as he told me, he's like, you can't live with Punk and not learn neutral.
That's 100%. Well, it didn't work out there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Punk ain't picked JP enough. How about that? Okay, we in there. Woo! Wow, try to backdash the real.
And here we go, air throw. He's in the corner here, so he's going to take the setup here with the one can. Okay, he goes for a one can setup there.
Damn, he did the run wall and then just did the neutral one and caught the drive rusher. And I'm still stuck on that. I'm so sorry. Yeah. The real back. Sorry, I brain farted for a hot minute. Wow.
Oh, good. No, but that's what happens when we're, commentators like us, we're always thinking about these things when we see cool stuff.
I just like seeing some good matches. I kind of feel like just kicking back and watching. I feel like I'm between these guys watching the matches, to be honest. All right, here we go. That's here no day. Let me stop talking.
Juicy Joe trying to gain some drive gauge back right here. That's why we have the teleport from Matsu. He wants to get in there. And Matsu definitely more willing to go for those teleports. He loves using that Hisen kick as well.
Oh, I thought he was going to run up and throw. At least dash. Probably Matsu would have caught on and just drive rushed out of there so he could avoid the punish counter, We got bars and we're going to react. Okay, nice technical. That got him closer to the drive gauge. Nice anti-air, Matsu. What a way to call his bluff, knowing that he is in drive impact range. Although the amnesia is there, but Juicy Joe's just trying to avoid, and he got sniped out. Credit to Matsu. And we back in his corner. This is looking like deja vu. We're going for the overhead. The
no,
background
but that's too late. There was only the one can, so he couldn't get the combo off the throw. And reloads, gets the two cans now.
I love that. Just sacrifice some damage just to get some bigger payout later.
Oh, yeah. He was going to try to chase down the bounce back, but if Kimberly just does nothing right there, she's only -3 and into the level 3 here, should be able to take this round.
That? Yes. Oh, perfect dish. My man said, Matsu said, bring my apron here. Perfect KO. Yo, I swear I will get so salty from on that stage, and I just look to my left and it says perfect KO. Production, the nerve of you for reminding this guy that he got his ass kicked. Well, everybody, for that matter. Wow, this is pretty sick. Okay, Juicy Joe's gonna think about it for a sec. Matsu is clear. He clearly got the game plan on Smash. The fact that he just sniped out a jump back, knowing that Juicy Joe was panicking while he was in burnout, just says a lot about this guy and his offensive eye.
All right.
Ooh, back round rounds. That's an icy kick to the back of the dome. Now you're going to have to deal with the Acme Dynamite. Oh, put that in my back pocket.
Oh,
wow.
And was able to recover in time before the bomb exploded on him as well. So, here you go. Uh-oh. We got loops.
Look at that. Not scared of the amnesia. I like that he kept it safe, right? Stand strong from far. I'm pretty sure he recovered in time after the amnesia, right? Ooh. Sure. Oh, the DD.
Again.
Does Matsu have Juicy Joe's number? You gotta put some pajamas on, Juicy Joe. Your legs are exposed.
God, every time I see that whiff punish from the crouching medium punch, it just looks so painful. It's like discipline, you know?
Throw. Oh, the overhead. It's just too much to look out for. You just gotta be ready. You gotta commit. Or react. I mean, truth be told, if you know there's a character heavy with overheads, just react with parry, man. Even if you don't get the perfect parry, at least you survive. You don't got to stand up. You don't got to crouch.
You don't have to guess the high-low that way as well, obviously.
You just need the visual cue, obviously. Okay, the overhead again. Oh, sneak it. And a level 3. Damn, he's going to juice all of that. Finish the job, elbow into level.
The level 2? He's like, you know what? We don't need to watch that whole cutscene. We're just going to finish you off with the level 2. And right now, Matsu showing that his Kimberly has very, very much control over Juicy Joe right now.
I like that. She said, "Did you see that mix?" I love the reactions of everybody on the stage.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh no, man, the crouch fist. You're gonna have to have faith, unless of course you're so worried about the elbow. But I'm pretty sure the crouch fist wins everywhere. Anyway,
he could have interrupted that strong fierce into the run right there.
Oh no, the first set needs to exposed here.
Just follow my nose, man. You got the 2 cans out over there.
That's boss. Oh, the charade combo. Matsu at match point. Lord, it's just layers. Woo!
And at the max range, get the link off of that.
Overhead, it is. No, not even. The stand roundhouse trying to get the delay tech.
Yeah, he's really trying to go after that drive gauge right there. Ooh.
Nice. Went for the legs. He's trying to do something to get out the corner. Good catch on the throw. And mind you, I don't call that a shimmy. That's a throw bait right there. Lucha jump. Nice. Do it again. Oh, not even. He wasn't close. He was close.
Setup, actually. Nice block on the overhead. Oh, the perfect parry. Gets him through into the level 3. And now we've got a powered-up Kimberly here, ready to go.
This guy is, how my UK brothers would say, gas. Wow. Hold on.
Good block on the overhead again.
Watch your legs. Ooh, scratch the kneecap. Stay comfortable. Stay solid, Juicy. You all right? Nice.
Too far.
Reset. Here comes the run slide. I promise you. Looking for the perfect parry, and I like that Juicy Joe took it to him so he could throw away that option out the window.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And now here comes Matsu. Matsu's in.
4.
Drive reversal. It's going to find its mark, and now Matsu got to find a way to sneak in. Good block on the overhead. What a defensive choice right there from Juicy Joe.
You know very well who you are, Juicy. Nice.
Juicy Joe has to win this one to stay alive, obviously, to get it to 2-1. If Matsu wins this, the perfect parry.
Let's go. Juicy Joe says, I don't like powdery donuts.
It's got a combo.
Let's go. I don't love powdery donuts.
Trigger.
I am looking for a breadstick here, which means the number 1, the W on the side. There it is. That's a great start. Yeah. Don't drive reversal.
Good defense from Matsu so far. Look at that. Oh, he almost had it. Juicy Joe has a level 1, but the combo dropped in there. But he gets the shimmy. That's not going to be able to lead to the level 1, though. So Matsu was a chance still.
Oh, my God.
The amnesia. Here we go, the level 2. Interesting. I think he wants to just try to build some of that drive gauge back.
No, 100%. The air throw. Get out of here. Nice alley-oop to me. Okay, Juicy Joe. All right, getting comfortable here. Woo! Yo, he got one of the best air throws in the business. That's good.
Right. And while that was a great air throw, why does JB have an air throw?
I'm with it.
Why does JP have an air throw?
I'm with it. I have no problem with that. He needs that, to be honest with you. The crouching fist, it's a little brolic, but we need that, though, too. I'm talking like I'm a JP player, but no, I like seeing the chaos at the end of the day, so it's cool. I want you to have all the tools possible, especially dealing with an oppressive character like Kimberly. You get everything in the world, baby. No reversal, obviously amnesia, but you get exposed. Okay, Matsu, well, you're still in the hot seat 2-1.
I've always said that you're a joker, because now you just said you want to see the world burn, dude. So.
I see ya. Wink, wink. Let's go, the departure. Let's go to our gate, please.
Oh, yep, there it is. Run slide. One of the things that helps Kimberly in this matchup.
Damn. Right on the uncle. Here we go. Calculated indeed. That is what Matsu is representing here. You even see it on the departure setups and all that. The perfect parry. Oh, the Azuna drop. Okay, I'm still close to you. Looking for a shimmy, the delay. Maybe on the crouch jab from Juicy Joe. Scratch him. You gotta watch it. Looking for that whip punish, not overextending. Waiting for that, yes, but no range for the
range
punish.
on Kimberly. And they did add the ability for her slide on punish counter to knock down. And so sometimes you gotta punish those. Oh!
Like that. Like that.
Super. Not quite enough to kill yet. Throw out another can. What a read by Joe to get through that situation. But the OD run into the overhead kick. Gonna find its mark.
That was genius. Match point once again for Matsu.
We're hunting necks out here.
The overhead. Let's go.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay. That worked for him before, but that was off of the perfect parry on the departure.
Oh, speaking of perfect parry. Perfect parry on the ghost right there, but tried to throw a little too early.
That would have been a beautiful way he just walked up and thrown. That would have been awesome, but hey, didn't react to it just yet. Oh, the fade on the ghost just to get some big damage. Beautiful stuff, and got him in the burnout. Oh, we'll take that trade all day. We still got the lead. The overhead looks like you got up intact. Unfortunate. Let's go, Joey. Let's go. Juicy Joe. No, try that chat. Well, I didn't even see that it was a challenge. He just got straight up hit. I didn't even see the counter hit. Unless, of course, he tried to do an amnesia, but it was too late on the second part of the input, right? Oh,
this
no.
is a dangerous situation here. Oh, just goes up for the throw.
No shimmy. Try to snipe out the shimmy, the walk back with the crouch fist.
Oh, no, and we've got the two-can setup, which is going to let him be able to juggle off the delayed throw into the level 1. Matsu, 56, is going to advance forward in the bracket. And Juicy Joe, unfortunately, all the stuff that he did to try to figure out how to take out Matsu did not pay off, and he was going to be double jeopardied by Matsu, and Matsu has made it in to the round robin phase that will be taking place tomorrow.
Good stuff, man. Listen, Matsu definitely had Juicy Joe's number. It was just the little intricate things, right? The run slide to just cut through the wind and dead all of that keep away. The perfect parry was very impressive on the double departure, the OD, and then he ran slide and he got a punish. Now Juicy Joe got to look for that, so he got to be careful for the departure, which means there's a big gap in the screen where there's not much of a trap, so it gives more of an opportunity for Matsu to get his maul on, aka get in there. As you can see, that gap was open. The runway was open, if you will.
And even though he blocked at that time, that overhead was what killed him in another round as well. So it's super fast. That OD run into the neck hunter is really fast.
Yeah, that's one of the things you look for. And obviously you have an option to a teleport, right? As well, Kimberly. You know, definitely.
Ooh, you see the pop-up from Matsu there.
Okay, here we go. Let me see how he feels. Let me see his facial reaction.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was so excited to crack this. He's like,
oh,
he's like, I'm sorry to do this to you.
In there, yeah. Oh man.
Said Juicy Joe, I'm a big fan.
He's like, this is gonna hurt me as much as it hurts you.
Yeah, look.
It's really not. It's really not.
He's like, yes, I ate. I'm full. Like, that was so awesome.
Oh man.
Yes.
Dude, did he just walk away? Oh no, he's still there. He's still there. Okay.
He was praying to the key, like, yo, thank you so much. I appreciate you, because it wasn't mine. Matsu, good stuff, man. Finishing off strong, of course, suffered early on yesterday to Zen in the second part of the group, but he closed out the set the group, I should say. So congratulations to advancing to the playoffs on the loser side.
Yeah, and then we're going to be jumping over to Group E and Group F, of course, with players like Tachikawa, Punk, Kakeru. I mean, yeah, they're in the loser side. JR, Moke, and Gachikun. Obviously, you do not want to miss that. But I had a great time here with you, Yikes.
My man.
Yeah, but we are going to be taking a quick break right here with a commentary swap. See you guys right after this break.
Reach your impossible. Lenovo Legion.
The run back, you got it done yesterday. It was close yesterday, as you said earlier, 3-2. But today, what felt different?
He definitely, I don't know, his button placements in general, especially stand jab. I actually counted it the first set we played, and I just completely forgot it. But there was different placements of where his buttons were overall. Yeah. So it was just good strategy. I had a feeling he was gonna come up with something, but you need to take that set. I just took too long to adjust to what his button times were,
Were you gonna play exactly how you won yesterday, or did you also think to change up a few things before the set began?
Oh yeah, especially on defense. I mean, he actually was throwing me a lot more in this set. Throwing me a lot. So like, I decided like after the first game I was gonna keep teching a lot, and for the most part it was working out for me. But all he needs is that one shimmy, and he got that one shimmy, you know. And I was dying. He was in control for a lot of the matches, so it was good stuff to him.
Great set to watch, man. Jewel, Kevin, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Look forward to having you back another time. All right, guys, you've heard it here. I mean, great set to watch. You never know what's going to happen when these two play. Could go either way, as we saw yesterday and today.
Welcome back to the studio here. Esports World Cup 2025. Street Fighter 6 Day 2 continues as we conclude Groups C and D. And as you just heard from Jewel Kevin, he has also been eliminated from the tournament as Big Bird redeems himself from his Day 1 loss to manage to overcome Jewel Kevin 3-2 and qualify for the next phase. Cola, we're going to talk to you first about this. I think, you know, you definitely will have the most to say about this result. How do you feel about that performance?
I keep it a buck. You know, I feel like Jewel Kevin was winning, and we saw it clearly. The counters were happening great for Kevin's side, but then it reversed. It was Kev that was getting countered continuously, and he mentioned it during his interview. The button placement was just different. The defense was also better for Big Bird. He was surviving a lot more situations, and then we saw Kev get a little bit antsy towards the end. The Arabian Cyclone blowing up the DI as out of desperation. It felt like Kev just couldn't get a handle to close things out. 3-2, not bad, Kev. You know, see you later, brother.
You sounded upset. You sounded really down there.
We'll talk about Juicy Joe real soon, won't we?
You can if you want.
Justin, you said yesterday that Big Bird's a player that often takes, you know, 1 or 2 games to get going. Maybe that benefits him in open bracket tournament, but there's no like warm-up matches